지금 위험해 So dangerous 나를 자극하지 마 나도 날 몰라 숨이 자꾸 멎는다
XOM.
향이 걸어온다 나를 보며 웃는다
It's okay.
뛰는 캄캄해 네가 뚫어져라 쳐다볼 때 가까이 가까워진 숨소리 날 미치게 만드는 너인 걸
Sorry, I just gotta stop. I think it was like an intro video. Should I do a countdown? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Should I do a countdown?
Countdown. Are we not starting?
No, we're starting right now, but it kind of abruptly just went from the
Oh, it's like I thought we were already here. I was like, I'm seeing we're 56 seconds in. And now I feel like it's too late. You already asked to countdown twice because I didn't hear.
This is a setup. Susan's coming for us.
Poor Susan. It's been like 5 years.
Well, you know what? If she does, like, she's been my op. Like, even outside of streaming, she comes for like anytime something bad happens. I know she's
It's
behind.
like I'm not even America anymore. I actually moved.
Not even of this earth anymore.
Dang. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say that's a little dark. Never mind. Just quitting. First of all, shout out to the homies. Andy low-key clocked RT because they're like, finally. Well,
They should. You know, honestly, it's been a while. When you said this, it's funny because you said this, and like I looked at my mic earlier this week in my drawer and was like, will I ever use this again? And then you like messaged me later in the week, and I was like, oh, it's a sign. Maybe I do dust this up. Maybe
something told me like, Jasmine is contemplating getting rid of her mic.
Well, I wasn't gonna get rid of it. I was just like, do I put it in the back?
Oh.
What do I do with it?
Back. Hi LD, welcome to the stream. So yes, first of all, everyone shut up. Let me do you know that we are K-pop hags? Have you heard this terminology?
It sounds so sad. But also, I think I'm not there yet. Maybe
you're like,
I
you
don't
will
know.
have glow, all right, and deal.
It took me a little bit. You know,
Wait,
I think
hold
I
on.
came in
Knocked out.
2010.
Don't bully me. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
what were you saying?
I think I was a little later, you know.
Stop. Okay.
I didn't even know Bo was saying that Inuyasha's opening. I was just listening to that with Dan the other day, and I was like, did you know? Jennifer told me. I was like, I didn't know this. I didn't know who this was.
Listen, if you got into, well, okay, we can do this right. Well, first of all, hello, Camille. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Long time no see. If you were in K-pop, this is my definition of hag. Okay, first of all, let me do the basics. So, like, you call yourself a K-pop hag if you're an old K-pop fan. Like, it's a term of endearment? Question mark.
Okay. I don't like that. Why not like K-pop granny? You know, that sounds warm. That sounds great. Hag sounds like I'm an old like witch.
Well,
like,
people are reclaiming hag. People are like, apparently in the VTube space, if you're 30 or older, they'll call you a hag, but it's like supposed to be a term of endearment. Now,
they
maybe
don't
I'm
even
being
show their face for that.
That's true. But like, if they
I don't know why it is that like when I show my face and you call me a hag, I'm like, oh. But if I had like, a little anime character just like showing me, I'm like, funny. That's not even me.
Played your face.
Yeah, like, but like me, I'm like, don't call me hag. The heck? I'm young. I have time.
But yeah, they're using it as a term of endearment. I saw one of the people I follow on TikTok. He was like hag since 2011. So here's my definition. If you've been to K-pop, if you can find a member of a prominent group who is younger than when you started listening to K-pop, you are a K-pop hag.
Oh.
So for example, Haein from New Jeans was born in 2009. One of them. I don't know if it's which one's. One of them kids. Yeah, was born in 2009. I started listening to K-pop in 2008.
Oh, so like the year they were born.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like when they started like being in the group. I was like,
Oh,
I'll
no.
never have that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like
I'm proudly
yeah,
not
it's
that
like
age.
no, yeah. Well, but when did you get into K-pop?
11th? Wait, 10th grade?
So 2011.
2021. Um,
2038 actually.
exactly.
When
Not even. I'm just seeing the future. But no, I suppose that sadly,
birth. It hasn't happened yet. But I don't think if it's 2011, 2010, I don't know. Guys, are there any literal embryos that are in an active group, already debuted, and were born in 2010? They would have to be 15.
how old
So that's
are
actually
was that
reasonable.
Meow group? Yeah.
Oh my god. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna say hi to the people in chat. LD said proud K-pop hag here, period. Because if I'm gonna be a hag, I'm gonna wear it with pride. Thank you. Wait, I'm
Okay, they're not
considered
that
hag
old.
status yet.
They're
I
not
got
that
into
young.
oh is it Mao?
I thought it was
Mao?
Meow, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the earliest is actually 2008, which isn't terrible.
That's so scary to me because that's when Shiny was singing Nuna Nomu Yepa. Okay. And they were literally in the incubator. Like
I don't need that.
incubation period.
I'm trying to think of who's young. I don't know new groups.
Like
I've
any new
realized
group that
fifth
debuted
gen.
this year.
Yeah, I don't know really fifth gen stuff.
I really
Zykers.
don't
I
know.
know that's the AT's young group.
Yeah. Guys, what groups debuted this year? I literally do not know. That's crazy. Also, hello, Aliciana. Welcome to the stream. Hey. Thanks for coming. Hey, Jordy, what's good? Camille says, not a hag yet then. I got into K-pop. So am I the only hag here? Y'all are fake.
I guess so, because I don't think there's any 2011, 2010-ish for me.
There has to be there has to be somebody. Is there a survival show that's going on? Because
there's about to be. I think there's
okay, well, 2011, that would be, okay. 2011, they would be, what, 15, 14? So maybe that is too young, but
yeah.
I guess I'm the only hag. I made up that definition to be nice. but you all hags, okay? Anyone who not me crashing.
I feel like, and I was gonna say, I look up the definition and it's exactly what you said. And you're like, no,
I'm not me hagging alone. No, actually. But I think I saw somebody call themselves a 2011 hag. Well, okay, here's a better definition of hag. If you think you know something off the top of your head that somebody who's gotten into K-pop within the last 5 years would not know. So for example, Hyuna used to be in 4 Minute. There's some people who don't even know who Hyuna is, I'll be honest. But there's somebody really made me feel like an auntie. They're like, oh, like EXO used to have 12 people in it. Like that.
If someone ever said, I'm sorry.
You would strike
you're just a baby.
them.
I'm not a hag. You're just a baby. That's what it is. You don't know the world. You need to see it. I can show you. I can be Aladdin.
Cruel, youngin. They don't know that Jessica used to be an SNSD. They don't know who SNSD is. They don't know that Tina used to be an SNSD.
So that would be a problem on their part. And that I shouldn't bear the name. That's on them.
Open the schools. We're losing recipes here. Actually, it's them. Exactly. Camille said, actually, is it when you got into it or when you discovered it? Ooh, that's a good point. Because then that would be whenever Gangnam Style came out. I would say properly into it. That's so weird though for me because I feel like. Did you push the date back?
If you properly into it, I only got introduced to it when I was in 10th grade. That's all I know. And then I remember that's when I got introduced to Sorry, Sorry, and was like
Mhm.
trash. And then I got introduced to Lucifer and was like, that like stole my like that put me in a chokehold. I was
Heyman's
obsessed with Lucifer.
extensions just wrapped around you.
Honestly, I really thought that was his hair. I was out here like, oh, he looks beautiful. But it was like mainly the dance. I like taught myself the dance. I was like, that was the first music video I downloaded onto my little iPod that finally had video on it. And I was like, this is it. This is the moment. But then I kind of fell out of it and kind of only
Oh,
listened to like
dang.
certain things. Like I listened to B1A4. Like when I entered college, I remember I had my iPod that had B1A4, B2B, the Wow album.
Mm.
What's the other group that I used to listen to? Beast and Beast.
Oh, no BAP?
Oh, and BAP, yeah, BAP too.
Dang. And then you found
Oh,
BTS.
I remember finding BAP randomly on Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll. Wait, was it Crunchyroll? I think it was
They have
Vicky.
music too? Oh, okay.
No, it was Vicky.
I thought Crunchyroll was more anime.
Yeah.
But Crunchyroll used to be like the Wild Wild West before it got like,
Yeah, they used to have
professional.
like lyric videos for anime openings. That's how I learned the
Oh, that's cute.
Alone's opening.
That's
For
all
like,
I
so
got.
I could
That one.
keep up. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Then they
love
started
that.
speaking fast, and I'd be like,
And
You do
we're
that.
closing here.
yeah.
We've done it up for the day.
Yeah,
I was
right.
thinking about that because I used to like when I first got into K-pop, I used to for real like find lyrics and then learn them. Like I know so many Rain songs by heart, but now I'm just like, y'all, I'm lazy. I'll just be knowing like the words that I know and then the English parts.
Bless your
I'm a bad
soul. I
K-pop
tried
fan.
with the Korean, and then for some reason, learning the Japanese like words, I was like, I can speak this. It's just when it gets fast, it's hard. But for Korean, I would look at it and I'd be like, these are syllables, sounds, and whatever that I've never even tried to attempt. I've never put these letters next to each other, and I don't want to. And so I will tap out. And I did.
Honestly, that is really like just being like, "Ugh, I know I'm not pronouncing this right. So like where do we go from here? It's like even if I understand it.
Take myself out of the equation. I know where my limits are.
Sorry for trying.
Yes.
Duolingo, you deal with that over there.
Exactly.
But yeah. Gordy said, what if you were a casual fan before you really got into it? I think when you first started saving things on Spotify, making playlists, downloading music,
Spotify wasn't there before.
that okay, when you were saving things on Napster, LimeWire,
Ooh.
okay,
Ooh, not that.
your Walkman, like what do you
Ew,
want from
not
me?
my Walkman. You know.
What do you want from me? You know that Tyrese skip?
No. But like for some reason I could picture him doing it. It's like my brain AI generated a meme of it.
No, not ChatGPT.
Is that when he's just like crying? Wait,
Yeah, so many like popular lines. Like that's where "Oh My Shayla" comes from.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I tried to look up my Shayla and I looked that up and was like, I think this is something that's not meant for me. So every time I see people say it, I'm like, it's not for me. It's not for me.
If you think about it, it's really sad because he was crashing out, and then people are like,
Yes.
"Oh my god, oh my Shayla!" It's like,
And they put it everywhere. I'm like, this man, it's not for me. But I just
wait. I think you froze. Okay, never mind. I think there might be something weird with my connection.
it's also my connection. I don't know.
Listen,
like-
let's abolish the internet, low key.
It's very annoying because I fixed my internet for my PlayStation. So I have like high speed, but I don't know what my computer is doing. Like it's just not trying to approach the same levels. I don't know.
Troubleshooting is always such like a headache because it's like if it does work, I don't actually know why. So we're just counting down the hours until it decides it doesn't want to. Kiki, a group called Kiki. There's a member born in 2010. Your days are numbered, Jazz. Your hagless nights
I got
are
time.
coming to an
Which
end.
one are we using? Like when we get into it? Or-
We're using when you knew what K-pop was.
Okay, well,
If you could name a song, then you were into it.
it probably was 2010 actually. Then
Period.
because like sorry was I think new-ish.
Ooh,
when I heard
yeah. Okay.
So
Hag. Um,
sad.
oh my God. That's so crazy though, because to me, it's like, okay, that is a baby. Open the schools. But then I just remember like Sully, Crystal, like all of them were like 15, came
Amen.
in. Boa was 13, which in retrospect,
Yeah.
Isuman, get in the handcuffs because what the hell is that? Why are we
That's
picking
every
babies
company
from
though.
the
It wasn't even
womb?
just him.
Yeah, but that's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that's
he
true. It's actually very scary. Like now that I'm getting older and I'm actually like, frontal lobe fully developed and all that stuff, I actually realize how wicked that is to make a baby go through that. And then
okay.
also expose, because I think one of the things that I'm like, oh, maybe I am a hack. I actually like the K-pop auntie thing, but like when you guys are like, okay, here's the thing, New Jeans, right? I'm actually so scared to even say anything because it is very, I didn't realize it was so divisive in terms of how people not just perceive the situation with like Hybe and Adore and stuff like that, but the actual New Jeans girls. People don't like them. Like, granted, it's stuff that I read on Reddit, but I remember when this whole thing started, it was like, leave the girls out of it. These two companies, adults acting badly, adults not taking blah, blah. But people were literally come for them. I've seen multiple videos about why Hani is this and she's a liar. I don't know the details. I'm not going to claim what that I do. But the thing is, because I'm so older than them, all I can see, I still feel that. I feel like I'm always going to feel like they're being influenced by older people that are like don't have their best, maybe are using them as shields or something, but it's like I still will blame the adults to the day I die. And I know some of the girls are in their 20s, but my thing is I always see them as babies. I see 20s, early 20s as very young, and of course they started this when they were like young. I don't know if all of them were minors or whatever, but I can also understand why somebody who's also 20 is like, well, no, I have my own agency, so if they want to take this heat, like if they can, speak, then they can like get the heat or whatever. Not saying that I'm condoning like online harassment or anything like that, but it's like that's just going to be how a 20-year-old sees it, or even somebody younger, but I'm just going to see them as babies. So I don't know.
Yeah, their situation, I don't even like, I mainly blame all the adults. That's all I have to say for that. I feel like how it went around like about is very bad, but I don't want to blame them completely for any misinformation that we're receiving or anything on them as like who are they, but and who am I? They're like they're so young, like they don't really know, but I just feel like their parents and like their management, mainly, what's her name, LMH. Wait. Minheejin. There we go.
Woo. Okay, stroke.
My brain. I was like so many letters going through my brain. I was like, I know there's an M, a J. But anyway, I feel like she also led them astray. Very much so.
Yeah.
And kind of disappeared into the night. She was like, hello, everyone. I am here for my girls, but also like, oh, you hate me? I will disappear. I was like, girl, what the heck? These poor girls are like fighting for you, but like you're like a whisper in the wind. Like, you don't know.
The shaman said, get behind me.
Basically, she was like, I'm also disappearing. Do you want to come with? I packed up my stuff. I dream a junior myself out.
The shaman's like, good. Follow my lead. Actually, you're wearing Minheejin chic today.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
Wait, you don't stand? That's crazy.
Yeah, we already know.
I
will say she did give some good concepts when she was in SM.
That's another thing that like to the whole point that like I feel like a lot of people it's kind of, now that the New Jeans screen has cracked, seeing the ways that some, and these might be haters too. I want to make sure that I'm open to that. I don't know what the like general public sentiment is, but I feel like I went from seeing nothing bad about New Jeans and everyone being pro New Jeans to like some underlying sentiment that like blah blah. But like I've seen a lot of people be like, they were never that original anyway. or like they didn't even have that good concepts anyway. People overhyped them. Did they really think they were irreplaceable? And I was like, dang, the tides changed, because I feel like people were like, did New Jeans reinvent K-pop? BTS ended? Period.
I will say that they set them up for that. I was like, come on. The whole time that was happening, I was like, so they invented 90s music, 90s R&B. Like, we're really out here just saying like this is what they've invented. Like, you set them up, for this like whole entire downfall of that area. Not everything else, but like people being like, really, you thought this was gonna be it? You thought no one else could do this? New Jack Swing? No one could do that? Like, really? They weren't the first people, and it's kind of like the fact that people, like, I don't know, were blowing smoke up their butt with that is kind of like setting them up for failure if they ever encountered failure.
Yeah.
Which
Also,
sucks.
it sucks because I feel like a lot of times that does come from like fans really hyping up their faves, and I feel like sometimes people do too much that they don't realize they're like putting a target on their faves back, because like you said, now you're saying all these grandiose things, people are going to basically just watch until they can like poke a hole in that, and they're going to be super anal. So it doesn't surprise me that there's people waiting in the wings to like drag them, but I do think fandoms tend to have this issue with just being like maybe a little too cocky or like a little too braggadocious, which at the end of the day, I don't think you should hate the group for it, but you can't expect, like, I feel like it's going to rub people the wrong way, like no matter how you slice it. So unfortunately, that's always going to be like a result of that. But I mean, I wish them the best. I saw somebody be like, oh, should the girls go back to school? And I was like,
oh, I saw that and was like, yes.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
But like not because their careers are over, because why are you taking a middle schooler out of school? What's going on?
But in case it is, always have a backup. No, well, like always have a backup.
Listen, me and the girls, okay,
I want to be a cartoonist. My mom made me go to school for architecture thinking that would be it. Then I went to IT. And that's a very good backup. I mean, not anymore.
Not but when I was get the damn IT degree.
And I can do whatever I want, I guess, if I really, put my heart and mind to it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so. You always have a backup, like a little safety net.
Imagine New Jeans members in IT, like the next day, they're like, you know what, we had to do something.
They're like, I am now a neurosurgeon. I don't. Like, I went to school.
Kind of eight. Okay.
She's like, but I could go back to K-pop if you really ask me.
Super shy. Y'all remember that? Y'all love that. All right. Y'all like that a lot.
She's like, I could do this surgery that is really needed tomorrow. Or do you want me to sing Super Shy? I don't know. Let's think about it.
I like that. Remember? Ditto? Remember?
I'll drop it.
Speaking of, okay, so one of the things that I was like, oh yeah, like kind of on that whole thing about like people, like new K-pop fans not knowing like old stuff. Now that we've become 10 eons away from second gen and third gen, if you had to summarize second gen and third gen by 4 groups, who would be the standout? If you wanted to say this is what, if you want to compass what the second gen and the third gen were, which would be the 3? Actually, let me do 3 groups just to be messy. Hello. So
not to be messy.
If we're saying third gen, actually no, I'll do 4 groups. Okay. If we're saying second gen, let's start with second gen. Some examples of who's second gen. We have SNSD, Girls' Generation. We have Wonder Girls. Okay. We have 2NE1. We have Big Bang, Super Junior. Okay. We don't have EXO. They're third gen somehow.
How dare you?
We have SHINee. Okay. We have Batoost. Okay. Wait,
is this including boys and girls, or should it be like 2 girls, 2 boys?
You don't have to split it by gender. If you want all 4 girl groups, it can be all 4 girl groups. If you want 2 boy groups, if you want 4 boy groups, if you want to be misogynist or you want to be misandrist, by all means, I need the groups right now. That these are, if there was a poster for the second generation of K-pop, who would make it to the poster?
I wanted to write this down, but like I was trying to find my pen. See if I can like make a
this would be
draft.
nice whiteboard.
Oh, do I have it? Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I have my whiteboard. Oh, I found it.
You have your whiteboard?
Yeah.
Do I have mine? Hold on. Hey, Andre, you are not late. We just got started, but we do have a question. Okay, let's start with second gen, just so like we're
So second gen.
okay, so
And you said
which
third, right?
second and third gen, 3 groups
Mm,
represent the second gen of K-pop the best.
okay, so
I keep going second and third. Okay. But let's do second gen, 3 groups. And let me get my whiteboard.
this is hard. I'm somehow not remembering who's second gen. Oh, okay.
Also, I'm realizing, Jazz, I think there's like an insane lag.
Is there?
Like not on your end. I mean, like for like where we are versus when it's.
I thought it
broadcast.
wasn't too bad when I was looking the 2 seconds that I did.
Oh, maybe it's like increasing.
Oh, maybe. I also like closed it because I was like, I don't want it taking my internet.
Okay. So the three groups that perfectly summarize and would be on the movie trailer poster for the second generation of K-pop. This is gonna hurt my feelings because I don't think the groups that I'm gonna put are necessarily the groups that I like the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh. For a second, Jen, I forgot these groups. Okay. I want to do like 2 girls, 2 boys, like automatically.
Oh wait, are we doing 4? Do you want to do 4? I keep wishy-washing.
Oh, you said top 5, right?
I said top 3.
Top 3. Ooh, that's even worse. Okay, I think I had my top 3 for second gen then.
Okay, you can do top 3, and then you can do one alternate.
3, sadly.
Okay. Oof. Okay.
We'll see.
Top 3.
Until someone tells me more. I didn't even write down other people for third gen. I just put my top.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. The thing is, I also want to spread the wealth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think I have it.
Do you want to reveal them one by one?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know how this will work. All right, chat. Ooh.
I don't know what third gen is after looking a little bit like what people are putting, and I'm like, is that third gen in my mind? No.
I think everyone that came after EXO is third gen. So EXO and then after. Okay.
I don't know if you can see mine. I feel like mine is very reflective. Oh, you can.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Second gen. Okay. I only wrote my second gen first.
Then wait.
Okay.
Oh, now you're only having girl groups.
There were boy groups. What's a boy group? No, I'm just kidding.
Stop.
Okay, wait. Let's go through this. Okay, so for second gen, who do you have?
I have Super Junior, SNSD, and Big Bang. Yeah, I was like, what's yours? I was like, Cara.
You know,
no offense,
because I love my girls.
I could see that.
I'm gonna pick out.
I was like, not the whole entire Big Bang being kicked out. I thought they're the last ones to come to mind.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. These are my 3. Is this crazy? Did I do a? Okay, so let's see what we agree with. So I think everyone has SNSD. So
I forgot about 2NE1.
I did not forget about 2NE1.
I did,
but they're not here. I'm so sorry. I love my girls. But
I
okay,
still wouldn't
so
put them.
would you replace them? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Not even as an alternate?
Oh, I put the. I just was listing out things, and then I like put stars,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I was like, oh, these three are fine.
Okay. So your top three would be SNSD, Big Bang, and Super Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's kind of safe to say a lot of people are saying SNSD and Big Bang. A lot of people I'm seeing a lot of Shiny. So
Yeah,
let's
Shiny. I was like, that's me. I
Mhm.
Shiny, but
Mm.
people love Super Junior, so I was like, them.
The thing is, Super Junior is so interesting because it's like they were very, very influential, I think,
Mhm.
and for like I think they were one of like the best like variety idols and things like that. But for some reason, I
Because you
don't
don't like boy
know.
groups. You already put like
No,
3 girl groups.
I have Big Bang right
You forgot
here.
Big Bang, so I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I should trust.
I listen. I can see Super Junior being a thing. Well, first, I didn't want it to be too many SM groups too.
Yeah.
Like, so, but there's something about Super Junior that I know they're popular, but I feel like them being like the main attraction was short lived. Maybe I'm making this up.
Maybe.
Like, okay, like I feel like they had their cute moment with like Sorry Sorry, and don't get me wrong, they were always relevant, but I just feel like they didn't, they never like I feel like dominated the way like SNSD did in terms of like just being the people on everyone's mind. I don't know. Maybe I'm making this up because
I think I'm using this as like when I came into K-pop because I was introduced to Super Junior and like my friend was like very much into them. Like that was like the only group that I knew besides Shiny. And everyone just seemed to know sorry, sorry, sorry. And then
that's
every
true.
other song, the Bonamana, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And then what's the other? Mr. Simple. They just seem like, and then they still like exist.
That's true.
They just seem like they thrive no matter what. Like they're little cockroaches. Like
Do we else are gonna get you. Do we give longevity?
that's true.
Does
Yeah.
that give no, I'm literally asking. Do you think longevity outside of second gen still deserves like do you think that holds more weight? Like if they're still relevant now?
I don't think it holds more weight, but I do think it holds a little bit of weight. Like
Mm.
I think SNSD still has like a presence. Maybe not, definitely not as much as they did before. But I feel
Mhm.
like people would definitely say like SNSD is why I got into like being an idol or something. Same with Big
Mhm.
Bang. Same with Super Junior, I feel like. But so
Mhm.
Shiny as well. But like
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason Super Junior just like because they had the variety, they had like everything. They seem like they
Mm.
had every single part for
I
them.
now I kind of want to I'll put them as my
Honorable
alternate.
mention.
Yeah, because that's kind of true. But I think like it is I think a lot because they had so many members. So they had
Yeah.
members that were always doing OSTs, members that were always on
Yeah.
variety, members that were always doing dance stuff.
That's
So
true.
like they had the ability. But I will give that to Super Junior. Um I 2 p.m. Let's talk about it.
I just was like trying to list people. I was like, who's second gen? And I was like, 2 p.m. I would not pick them ever.
Oh.
No offense.
Oh,
But
you hear
I
that?
like them. No, I love ha ha Harajong. Like when they're like being dramatic and you should have seen me in 2014. That is all I would play. I would come into my little studio and listen to that and be like, oh my gosh.
That was a really
Iconic.
good song.
They're on chairs now.
When they pulled the whatever. Oh no, the butt thing.
And what's his
JYP
name?
singers are so dramatic for no
Was
reason.
it Nick Hun or whatever his name is? Being like him doing falsetto would always crack me up because I don't think it was supported. I don't know what was wrong with it, but he like Nisinga. It would be like in his nose. I would be like, oh, I know who's
Don't
singing
do young
this.
Nick Kun.
I was like, I know
Listen.
exactly who's singing right now. It's not Jungkook. It's not him. He has a little bit of
So
support.
I'd too, it was a good song though. Okay, so yeah, I would agree that 2 p.m. I do think if like we were doing like a top maybe 10, they would make it. But unfortunately, like I do think it was like their popularity was very concentrated. It was
Yeah.
kind of like a flash in the pan. It like when they were popular, they were really popular, but I feel like it wasn't that long lived. Like, but they do have iconic moments.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Jumping into the chat, let's see if there's
Maybe I should put honorable
anything.
mentions for third.
Andre says Wonder Girls. And
I was
honestly,
actually that was on my mind, and I was going to put that, but I was like, I don't know if they beat the other three for me, so I stopped writing. But they came to mind.
Yeah, that's another one that's very hard because they had so much impact when they had impact. And the thing is, I do think they came back, and like I feel like they're a good representation of like being able to reinvent yourself over and over again and like stay relevant and like stay fresh and new through that. But I don't know. I feel like sadly one of the most iconic things is like where they kind of fell a bit from popularity because of like the whole going to America and stuff.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you? Sorry, random. With Boa, did you know she had like English music videos on MTV?
Like oh wait, yeah, she had an English.
Dan was telling me this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like Boa, like she had like music videos," and he played me a song, and I was like, "I had never heard this song."
She had a whole English album, like in like 22, maybe 2009 or something.
Yeah, like he knew it though. He was like, "I used to listen to this." I was like, "Okay."
Relevant.
What was I doing in 2009? I guess that's when I stopped watching music videos. I don't know.
Where was I in 2009? Kara is another one that is just like I feel like they are so iconic. Like they have and it's again like there are so many people that helped build up. That's why I almost don't even like this question, because even if you weren't SNSD or Big Bang, there are so many groups in the second gen that contributed to why like K-pop is iconic and like pushing the Hallyu wave and why it's like iconic now and why people know it. So it sucks, but I would say, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like SNSD being on this list is just like, girl, they were too popular. Greedy ass.
Brown Eyed Girls.
Oh, Brown Eyed Girls. Wait, did you say who's?
What is that? Yeah.
Oh,
like, what generation? I mean,
that's a good. When did they debut? Brown Eyed Girls. 2006. I would still say they're second generation because TVXQ is second gen. TVXQ debuted in like 2003.
Oh my gosh!
The thing is, I was going to put TVXQ, but I don't know.
Dang, they also are up there. In my mind, for some reason, they're way older than everyone else.
TVXQ?
Yeah.
They did kind of debut kind of earlier. Okay, we have Brown Eyed Girls. Gordy did say Brown Eyed Girls. After School is another.
Yeah, I just wrote them down.
Sick. Oh my
I added
God.
more people.
I think this could be a definitive list you have on the side. Like if we're gonna do like
write all over After School. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, After School.
Okay, wait. I think you have the definitive list. Ooh, Miss A.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Miss A. I just couldn't remember their name. I was gonna be like, what was Susie?
Oh my God. Wait a second, because now I'm like, oof, this question is mean. Should we rank them? Okay, let's write them all down. We'll take them from chat and then we'll do a definitive ranking for the second gen.
That's hard.
4 Minute and FX.
Ooh. Okay, wait.
Wait, there's too many groups to exist on this planet.
I remember I used to do those group, like those quizzicals or whatever it's called. Sporkle? Do you remember
that?
It's like you do like quizzes and like you could like do like how many K-pop groups do you know? And I'd be like, I would do them and like just type them out. I used to know so many groups. Did I know the music? No.
Oh,
like Speed? I was like, I don't know who Speed is, but I know. I know they made music. I know that.
Wait, you guys are really, top 3 is kind of crazy now that you guys are naming all this stuff. 2NE1. Okay, here's the thing why 2NE1 didn't make the top 3 for me. Ask that man named YG, okay? Ask him. No, 2NE1 was really iconic. But getting off to Sistar. So let me speak. Sistar, I really liked them because I think they really were an interesting like group where they had hit upon hit. They struggled to get like a strong fan base, but that didn't stop them from being really, really popular. They also came from what was a small company at the time. So to me, I think they represent a lot of things, and a lot of their songs are just iconic, I think. Not Nobody's saying AOA.
What
Yeah.
year? What are they?
Oh wait, that's third gen. Never mind. Let me shut up. Me trying to be
Yeah, I was
shady
gonna say, who are they? What year is that?
Okay, we have Batust. Beast.
Oh my gosh! Wait, when's BEP's third? Okay.
Okay. I think we have a definitive list. Jess, what do we have right now?
Okay. What did I write down?
I can rewrite it on mine too because it's a little bigger. Okay.
I put Chinese Super Junior, SNSD, 2 PM, Big Bang, Wonder Girls, Sister, Kara, After School, Bright Eye Girls, TVXQ, Miss A, FX, 2NE1. I put Beast, and then I also put P1A4, but I also don't know if they're actually that.
I think P1A4 might be a little younger.
Newer.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if they're the same time as B2B because that's when I actually listened to them.
Ooh, they're 2011, which is that cusp. Let's put
And
them
that's
in
the
third.
other thing with Infinite. I was like, I don't know if Infinite is third gen.
I would say Infinite second gen.
Oh, then all right, we're missing that because honestly, they'd be in my top. In my mind.
Ooh, oh wait, okay, A-Pink. Well, maybe Infinite. I would say Infinite second gen. I'll put A-Pink with third gen. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah,
oh my gosh, third gen had freaking what's it called?
Don't
Maybe
say
it's too.
Who? Oh,
I like that you like
T-Friend.
this girl group. Like I didn't write this down. I mean, listen to them.
Oh, is AOA also 2.5? AOA debuted in 2012. So yeah, they're that weird early third gen, but I would put them in third gen. I think I'll keep Infinite because Infinite also gives a second gen vibe to me more than they give a third gen vibe. So let's do Infinite second gen, and then everyone 2011, let's just put them in third gen. Let's make 2010 the cutoff then.
2010?
Yeah, Camille says what was that?
You said 2010 is the cutoff? Then
Yeah.
wait, then that makes Infinite third gen, right?
No, second. Well, it says that Infinite debuted in 2010, so that would make them. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's do the definitive ranking.
Oh, that's hard.
This is gonna get messy, I think.
Number one, Shiny. I don't know. I feel like they're the dark horse. You don't know.
Kind of doing anything here. Wait, how many do we have?
Oh, that's a lot.
Not me going from 3 to 5.
17-ish.
Oh, let's do top 10. Because y'all, okay. So number one,
Big
top
Bang.
spot. Let's fight for it. I'll say SNSD. You say Big Bang. Chat. You can vote. One for SNS. Well, no, SNS. Okay, for the top spot, we either are gonna do SNSD or Big Bang because that just was the most, and then whoever doesn't get it is gonna be the other one's gonna be second. So me and Jazz will make our cases, and then in chat, can we do a poll? I don't know.
Can you?
Probably not because it would have to go across the two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Unless.
Looks like majority are on YouTube though. At least that are speaking. I mean,
Oh, that's a good point.
But then again, if someone's watching, that sucks for them if they're watching on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're on Twitch, we're voting. Sorry. But you can put it in the chat and I will notice that. So Big Bang.
I'm hearing a lot of SNSD already, so
SNSD. Well, I raised y'all well. No, just kidding.
Sexism. I don't know. Racism. Colorism. I don't even know.
Colorism. Okay, SNSD, Big Bang. I'm gonna put the poll out now. Hopefully this actually works because I'm not sure if it's going to.
You know what I've realized is that this chat is a lot of girl group stands.
Are we still well? No.
So I'm feeling like the fact that someone said clears, I'm like, okay, clears. That's not it. Because Big Bang's still out here, like, they'll release music, and where are
Oh,
they? Number one.
ooh,
Sitting there at number one. Sitting at number
she
one.
clocked a tad. She clocked y'all.
But I think SNSD also does sit at number one as well. So
I don't think if SNSD released a song right now, it would go number one necessarily.
I feel like
If Tan
Forever One, whatever that was number one for a bit.
And they
And
also
I didn't think that
promote
was their
very
great
well.
song.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm being slanderous. Maybe it would.
just
Actually,
never
right
come
now
back.
it would. Yeah. If it was a proper comeback, actually, it probably would clear. It probably would clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a hater. I'm kidding. Okay. Honestly, I don't blame. You know, it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Not a single soul voting for SNSD or Big Bang to be number one.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so-
me. I would vote for Big Bang.
SNSD is 1. Big Bang is 2. Okay. So for the second spot, I think we can put it in maybe heats. I would say Super Junior, I saw that a lot. Shiny.
I'd vote for Shiny so quick, but I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like you can make an argument. Let's be honest. This is this particular chat's ranking. Maybe not the most definitive ranking.
You know, Shiny's better, guys. So vote for Shiny.
Check it, yours.
Shiny
Wait, who do we
President
have?
Nothing.
Who were the other options?
There's Shiny, 2 p.m., Wonder Girls, Sistar, Akara, After School, Brown Eyed
Ooh.
Girls, TVXQ, Miss A, FX, 21. Oh, 21 maybe.
Ooh, that's true.
Beast, Infinite.
Okay. Let's do this. Me and you will just do something, and then if you guys feel strongly about anything, we can so 2NE1?
What is Block Beast third?
Oh yeah.
Aaron, sorry.
So let's see what vibes we're putting down. Let's say for the third spot, 2NE1 versus Super Junior. Because I feel like depending on the type of person you are, that's gonna be your third spot. I like, you know what I mean?
Surprisingly, I liked Super Junior's later music more than their earlier music. Like, their latest music is better to me. Like, I love Senorita, like that was, I was like, get that. But sorry, I hated.
That's crazy for you to say.
And then the fact that they were like, let's just ride this train of sorry, and make it 2 more times. But,
and you know, it kind of worked until it didn't. Like, I'll be honest, they weren't wrong. Okay, so I'm just gonna say choose. We'll do 2NE1 and Suju. Should we put Shiny in there?
I mean, I would vote for Shiny.
Why? See, I don't want
out of obligation of being a Shiny stan.
Okay, we'll put Shiny because y'all, I don't want y'all to drag me. Y'all ain't dragging me.
I'll still vote for Super Junior. Only because I already put them in my top 3. So I'm like, you know, keep with the trend of where I put them.
I would say it's hard because the thing is, like, I think Shiny is so interesting because I feel like they were just such a beloved group.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, but can I say something shady? No. There's nothing shady.
I want to know. For Shiny? Oh.
Do you think okay. This is ugly, okay? Oh. Do you think the fact that in some ways when EXO came into the picture, it somewhat shifted attention off of Shiny? Do you think that
At least
You don't
as a
think so?
person that loves Shiny, like they were the ones that actually made me listen to K-pop. When I got into EXO, I still listen to Shiny a
Oh,
lot. Like Dream Girl, I love that song. I loved was it Clueless or Clue plus Note, whatever.
oh, yeah.
That was a good one. Like all that time that they were like doing at the same time, like promotions, I feel like I liked both. I just
Mm.
still preferred EXO.
Mm.
I guess because they're new. They're the new shiny thing. New
That's a
shiny thing.
but it's okay, wait, let's look at this poll because we can just do y'all said who is Shuju? Well, if that's how y'all feel, let's just go ahead and
How dare you?
do this then.
How dare they say that about Super Junior? When your face were out here
Listen,
singing, sorry,
elves-
sorry, sorry.
if
I
the
didn't like that
elves,
song.
but like my thing is that like Shiny,
Oh,
the thing is
it's Shiny.
everyone loves Shiny. There's nothing wrong with Shiny, but am I crazy to say that? Okay,
There's
I'm
number
gonna
one.
move with no. I'm gonna move with caution. If I'm no disrespect, because SM has a lot of popular groups, but is Shiny considered a less popular boy group in the spectrum of SM?
No. Wait. Oh, in the spectrum. No.
You don't think so?
They had another group. I think it's called Track. Was it Tracks?
But then again, we're not really comparing them to anyone
Yeah,
except
Tracks.
TVXQ.
Tracks is their least.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Sorry, y'all.
And then there's
Sorry
NCT,
for
the one that
speaking.
you sent me, that guy dancing. And I was like,
Oh.
who is it? And then I was like, oh, NCT Wish.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, NCT is very strange to me, but they're popular, so I'll keep
They're
my
not-
mouth shut.
I feel like Wish, I'm like, because they're the last group, and I think they're the last group ever for NCT, then it's like, ooh, who is that? And they're so young.
Right in the back. Yeah. Ooh, do we have a 2010er in there? Oh, okay. Is that the one that went like
Yeah,
this?
I think that is him. I think when I looked him up, I was like,
An
oh, okay.
icon. Plug. Andre says also Shiny is coming back with a single album named after Junghyun's second album, Poet Artist. That is
Ooh.
beautiful. Everyone look out for that.
Is that the album that had Lonely? Because I love that song.
I
With
don't
them Taeyeon.
know. All right. So Super Junior, now that y'all put them so low, I don't even know if they can go fifth. So
They are
let's
fifth. The fact that we're just trying to like delete that Super Junior. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take a stand.
I mean, as quiet as it's kept, where's even TVXQ?
Exactly. So actually, TVXQ goes first. Then we put Super Junior.
Well, let's let the people
I'll put them at
speak.
7.
Okay, let's do this. Let's start a poll. Choose. Let's do a heat of Suju. TVXQ.
What about FX?
FX?
Not this being like SM groups.
I know. We're biased. And I'm gonna put Kara. Oh, what about 2 p.m.? This might be splitting the difference a little too much.
No offense to Kara, but I'm so sorry. I can tell you I know maybe one song by Kara.
Absolutely
La,
not.
la, 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 la. That's it.
I was gonna take out FX.
Really? I know so many.
I love my girls down. This is the weirdest hate. Suju, TVXQ, Kara, and FX. Oh, did you vote?
Who's winning?
Oh, TVXQ's winning right now.
That's what I was like. I think TVXQ would win.
Did SM own second gen? Oh, should we do a company ranking too? Big 3 company ranking.
I think they definitely owned. No offense. And then it was also JYP at the same time.
Ooh. Oh, I guess true. I mean,
Why'd you only have
YG.
one?
Yeah, they only. But that one was a very dominant group and extremely
True, but
popular.
it was like to have like multiple groups and they're all like thriving. That's harder, in my opinion, than putting all
I
your
guess.
resources into one group and then it's like, oh, of course, I would hope they thrive. I hope that what you put your money into is thriving.
That's true. All right, y'all. This is becoming a crackhead ass list, but that's okay. I'm gonna give a couple more seconds for the poll, and then I'm gonna end it, and then I'm gonna show the ranking because y'all are crazy. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. So in 5th place we have TVXQ. In 2nd, okay, it's a tie between Kara and FX.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put Kara here.
How about we don't do that? It's FX. I'm so sorry, but like,
really? I will fight you on this.
Like, please just give me another song that's Kara. I just can't. I
Kara,
literally
Honey,
cannot list you.
Mr. Step, Mamma Mia. Their Japan dominance.
I'm gonna be very honest. I literally only know. I think I still don't even know what the name is. It Mr.? I think that's the Mr. one.
Yeah,
That's
Mr.
the
That was like their big one.
That's Mr. Right?
Yeah.
That's the only one I know.
That's crazy. You don't know Mamma Mia? You don't know
I feel
Step?
like you played this for me, but I'm gonna be very honest.
To the Gulag. We're ending your life. No,
I just think FX has more songs, and for me, as a non-girl group listener,
I will say
second gen.
I think that's very fair, but I think what the Kara's work that they did in Japan, I think that was so relevant in opening Japan up for the kiddies to come. So that's why
I know more than me. So I
no, because I feel like you do have a good point. I think the average K-pop fan that was in K-pop for a certain, I think that is a good argument to make that there's a lot of FX hits that I don't know, like toe to toe if you did them like, well, what would you say FX's biggest hit was?
I liked Electric Shock, but like that's just me. But
Hot Summer was also
I was gonna say Hot Summer. Yeah, there we go. Something like that.
I don't mean to be annoying. Oh, wait, somebody voted. Jazz, did you add this last vote?
What?
Somebody voted and now FX is above Kara.
Oh no, I'm not even on the page.
Oh, okay.
As it should be, you know?
Oh my god. Okay. This is not what I want, but because the poll is polling and I forgot to end it.
I should have done it, but now I didn't have to. Someone did it for me. Thank you.
I'm gonna go. Oops. According to y'all, FX.
I'm so sorry, Andre. You listed out names that I don't even know.
Kara. And then Suju. Y'all hate them. Y'all hate Super Junior. All right. So should we just list everyone else to vie for the last spot? The last 2 spots.
Last spots. You put Kara, right?
Yeah. Because we have like 10 groups left. Oh my god, no Wonder Girls.
Oh yeah, Wonder Girls. There they are. Put them above Kara. I'm kidding. Put them right above Kara.
Not you, the anti-Kara defense fund.
Right there.
Wonder Girls. I would say Tiara. I'm not gonna list
forever Tiara.
I'm not gonna list a single boy group if you don't tell me one to put here.
Oh, Beast. Oh yeah, Beast is up there.
Oh, I definitely
Beast is up there. 2 PM is up there.
Oh my god, we hate 2 PM apparently. Because I swear I mentioned them like 8 times and then to just not put them.
I feel bad because like I would remove, who do we have? You put Kara, Suju. Suju would be above Kara for me.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
I just wouldn't have Kara there. I'm so sorry. I would put Sistar in their place.
Wow, I forgot Sistar. Okay, we're gonna add Sistar as the last group. Sorry, y'all. Actually, I can't even do that. Okay, so you can only have 4 choices. Sorry. I would replace Sistar with Beast. I'm sorry.
Beast isn't even up there. Wait.
Oh, I spelled their. I used their maiden name.
I like
When they-
Beast. Beast is definitely in my top. You know what? I'm gonna write my own top. Isn't you said
everyone's
Infinite
remote.
isn't second gen, or are they?
I would count them as second gen, but I actually think that it's
yeah,
at a
this
loss.
whole thing would be different. Infinite's definitely on there. Take out Kara. Take out
You and your listen.
take out Kara, and then
Not happening,
I'm so sorry.
sweetness.
It's just the fact that I'm like literally just like who. I know more Miss A songs. I know.
I
more-
do. Oh my god, we
more
didn't even put
Sister
mistakes.
songs.
Y'all, this is a cracked list. Okay, we tried. I'm gonna put Wonder Girls 9, and then I'm gonna reopen the poll.
Like Kara and After School are on the same level to me, where I'm like,
No,
don't know.
I love me some After School, but I don't believe that.
I just don't. I only know one song from each, and I can't even tell you the name of the song for the After School song. I just know it's like them. There's like like a marching band.
The or Bang Bang.
Am I
Bang.
bang?
After School Up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This actually, yo, you're right. A bracket would be a better way to figure this list out. That's actually kind of true.
Oh, homework.
I was gonna say, should I make a
little
bracket?
homework tonight?
Because then how do we do the bottom tier?
Bottom tier.
Like who do we know how to match up against each other?
So you put Kara against SNSD immediately. I think if we really love Kara, I'm kidding. I kid.
This
I just wanted to keep the
will
bag
not
going,
go-
you know?
All right, let's
No,
let's wrap this one up. Could we do for third gen a bracket? Because I feel like that would be a bloodbath.
All right, so it's just EXO. Good night.
You know who I'm gonna put EXO against?
Got 7. We're putting them
Not
right
even
against Got
forgetting
7.
they existed.
Exactly. So
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. This last spot, dealer's
is
choice.
Beast. Actually, it's Infinite. Let's be honest. I'm so sorry. The fact that we are just erasing Infinite.
Okay, I'll let the people vote.
Infinite literally, I'm sorry, such good vocalists, such good dancing. They were like the most like in sync dancing. The Cobra little dance that they did. Y'all just hate boy groups, is what I'm hearing.
I think
Because you try,
okay,
I've heard all day about Kara. I've heard no
I love how we
things
talked
about
about
Beast,
Kara for 30
about
30
Infinite,
seconds. And you're
but
like,
I heard 0 things about everyone else.
okay, we'll do for the last spot, we'll do Beast, 2
What about
p.m.
Newest?
Oh my god. Damn, that's kind of true. Ooh, wow.
What about Newest?
What are two other groups that we can pick for the last spot? Oh, we didn't do Sistar. We'll do Sistar.
Oh yes.
And one
That's
more
my
group.
body. Wait, what's there?
2 p.m. Beast, Sistar, and then we need one more group. Oh my god, 2
Wait, who's in
a.m.
the lot? Like who's already there?
2 p.m. Beast.
No, I mean like on the list.
Oh. SNSD, Big
I-
Bang, 2NE1, Shiny, TVXQ, FX, Kara, Suju, Wonder Girls. This is gonna be a TikTok, so I'm gonna be like, my friend Jazz made up this top 10. What do y'all think? This is her social security number. If you want to talk to her
Oh,
personally.
there. Did you put Beast? Do you put Infinite? And you put
Oh no, I didn't put Infinite. I can put
so
Infinite.
Infinite.
Okay, y'all know what to do.
Ooh, 2 a.m. That's
I
a no,
love
but
that.
like they're good. They're not top, but you know.
Okay, guys, this is the last one for the 10th spot.
Jaquan. If you really think about his name, it's very R&B sounding. Joe Kwan, sorry. Jaquan. Jaquan on the track.
That's like who is it? Taeyong's real name, Youngbae.
Who?
Taeyong from what is that group? Big Bang. His real name's Youngbae.
Nah.
Oh
Why did he change his name? Why would you do that?
Why did you once again having no vision? No, just kidding.
What in the world? That's like perfect. And he didn't have to change his name at all.
There's no vision. There's no aggression.
How dare you?
All right, let's be real. Sistar is about to win this. So, all right, guys. This is the definitive top 10 list for second gen groups. We have SNSD. It was we weren't even like, come on, let's be for real, y'all. Obviously, they would be there. Then we have Big Bang. We have 2NE1. We have the Babies Shiny. We have TVXQ, FX. Somehow Kara is 7th, but you know what? I will forgive y'all. We have Suju.
You're right.
Struggled to get on the list. Still there. Wonder Girls and Sistar, guys. These are the definitively most popular, the groups that shaped second gen. If your group is not on this list, they should have disbanded. No, I'm just kidding. What? You're gonna cry.
I'm still like, I need to go back in time and like listen to Kara, because like I'm like, one of these things is not like the other. One of these, don't know who you are.
I love how, Andre, you are trying to save us with that for the Sleepy Idol podcast.
Exactly. Asterisk.
No, I want the smoke. I would love to receive the smoke. But yeah. Okay. Let us take
my own list.
a break. I would love to see everyone's individual list, by the way. So if you guys want to write, and if you want to do like top 15, even top 20, feel free, because this was actually kind of nutty, insane. Like as we were going, I was like, oh, I'm actually a nutcase for ever even suggesting this. So I would love to see you guys' lists. You can throw it in chat. You can @ me on Twitter. But we'll get into the next topic, and then we'll go back and do the third gen list, because I do think a bracket would be a nice idea. But let me think through how that would be done. Maybe there's already a bracket that I can steal.
Is Blackpink third gen?
I would say they're third gen.
Because I don't ever consider them that. Like, I never considered them the same. I don't know. They're just like kind of there, where I just like, I don't put them at the same time as Twice or BTS or EXO. Like, it's just, for some reason, I don't know what it is.
A year after Twice.
And yet it feels like, no. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'll list so many other people, and maybe they even debuted after them, but like, for some reason, Blackpink, I'm like, all right, so that's fourth gen. Anyone else?
Blackpink fourth, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I feel like, I personally think, though, I'm heavily biased, because I think if we take a snapshot of what it looked like at that point when they debuted, SM had put out their girl group for that generation in Red Velvet.
Yeah.
JYP had put out their girl group in the form of Twice. So everyone was waiting on the, YG's answer to those two.
I was like,
and so it felt natural.
Red Velvet's been doing it for 2 years. I was like, okay.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, I was like,
Yuri just got there. Yuri had only been doing it for 1 year.
And yet, I was still like, who? I don't know. They just seem like a totally different time.
That's crazy. I would say, I don't know. For they just are so very third gen to me. Like, I don't know. So I don't think I can picture them in any other way. Okay.
That's how my mind is. Like, I see them, I'm like, no. They're like 3.5 or something. I'm just like, I just don't compare them to my top 3. Like, I don't even consider them, because they're not the same.
Okay, this is hard because I found a bracket website, but they're splitting them up by girl groups and boy groups, and I don't want to do that. I want them all to be the same group, but maybe beggars aren't choosers. Yeah. Would we have fun if it's girl groups versus boy groups? Oof. I might have a little fun if it's boy groups. I feel like I will like refuse to exist. Okay. We'll do the boy groups one. I guess we'll do them separately, which is lame and corny and I hate. But
that makes
okay.
it easier because then you guys will actually vote for boy groups.
I'm so sorry that we are misandrist on this podcast.
No, not that.
But before we get into that, I did want to talk about our first topic of the day, which is surprisingly Jazz's new favorite song / group.
I was like, who? It didn't help that I just read like what Andre wrote. I was like, G Idol. I was like, what?
So the girl group Cat's Eye, which y'all make me laugh with this whole debut or this whole debate if they're K-pop or not. I don't think it matters. Huh?
They're definitely not K-pop.
I don't think they're K-pop, but I feel like it's like, what's the point of making the distinction when a lot of people who are into K-pop know them? They are trained in the K-pop formula. Like, I don't get why people are so crazy about like making the distinction. Does that make sense?
Yeah. My thing is like, I feel like it's a very easy distinction of like, it's pop in Korean. This is just pop. They're speaking English. I don't know. It's like, I guess, English pop. I don't know. But like, it's not K-pop. They're not speaking Korean.
That's true.
Like, it's just not a like. It might sound like K-pop, I guess, but I feel like K-pop is still rooted in just being pop, and then they speak it like they sing in Korean.
I agree. But I think it's interesting because I think it kind of shows the fact that like the reason why people like K-pop is not just the music; it's the whole like package of like how you promote, like how you engage with your like fans, like maybe some of the way that like promotional cycles happen, even like maybe some of the things that emphasize. Because I think one of the interesting things, and we'll kind of get into it, is that a lot of people claim that the performance of this song is what saved it. Like, otherwise people wouldn't have liked it.
No, you mean like already like no.
That's why Jazz loved it. Jazz loved it from the beginning. Actually, Jazz, crazy enough, she didn't even like, she listened to it raw and loved it. I was wow.
I was so into it. I woke up at 5 a.m. I listened to that half asleep and was like, oh my gosh, it woke me up. It woke me up.
It opened your third eye, I think.
Exactly.
Before we move into it, Andy says XG is J-pop, IDK what their company says. XG is another one that people are, because I see like, oh, are you allowed to post about them in r/K-pop, like that kind of stuff. And people are very, very like,
yeah, they're very weird. Like, I feel like there's a thing of like being maybe K-pop adjacent, maybe, but like
Chad
even
Future.
XG, I don't consider J-pop. They're just pop. Like they're singing English. Like it's very much something I would hear on the radio. I just don't think it's like, maybe if it was like something that was like specifically that I've only heard in like a J-pop song, like genre, and they're doing it in English, I could see it. But like their music's so much, very much like either European pop sounding or like R&B sounding, R&B pop. So it's like, I just don't see it as just like J-pop or K-pop. But the way that they came together and the way that they perform is very K-pop. But it's still their music. If you were just listening to their music by themselves, I don't think the average person would be like, oh my gosh, that's J-pop. I'm going to put that in J-pop. Like, that's not, I don't think.
I think that makes sense. So would you also say, like, for example, Permission to Tango would be a pop song? Or maybe Cream Cheese? Cream Cheese, would that be?
Permission to Tango. I don't even know what they would put that as. I heard they didn't even like Dynamite. TNT. Sorry.
Not you bringing in a third song, you're like...
I mean, it was a trilogy. I can't not bring the trilogy in. The beginning of the saga? You can't bring it, like... I gotta bring in volume 1. So like it's where it all started.
Those, in retrospect, armies don't fight me. In retrospect, Permission to Tango, Cream Cheese, and TNT. Insane for them to release that. What the hell was that? Like, I was listening.
I was reading something recently about how it's like during COVID, they were just like, we gotta keep the fans in, so like let's bring out those songs that are just like, because I heard that like Jin was like, even like we listened to it and we're like, whoop, and like, but they learned to love it, you know.
Did they? No, it's like I don't know. I do not know.
I was gonna say
maybe.
maybe.
It did give me like a Disney Channel original soundtrack,
Especially
maybe
Permission to
Playhouse Disney original soundtrack, like very jovial, like, oh, like this is making me feel good, like, and it was fun. But like I was listening to this, it came on when I was like at Target or something, or like at the store or whatever, somewhere, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I was literally like, it confused me. I was like, why would they ever have a song like this? Like, it was really actually confusing. Don't do that again. Okay. Yeah.
I think they're done. They got that out of their systems. Okay. They're like, all right, the COVID recession is gone. We can now go back to our regular programming.
Okay, maybe I don't mean to be like shady, but I'm just like, given like their prior music, releasing something like TNT and Cream Cheese is actually kind of insane. Like, it was catchy, don't get me wrong, but it just kind of
Disney like. It's like something you would hear at the end of a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah, like
especially Permission to Dance. It's just like I was gonna sing like
listen,
Dynamite by Tayo Cruz.
So we're just taking a left on.
I don't know. They like literally listened to like 2009, 2010 music, and they're like, "What's missing?" I think it's that. It's that sound. Tayo Cruz.
Camille says it's my most hated era of them. My friend loves that era though. I do think they did, like, it served the purpose of bringing in like a certain crowd.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like in terms of their discography, it just is insane that was like something they released. Very weird. All right.
Drop to that. Let's think about that, guys.
Carry the 3.
Exactly.
Divide by a negative number. It doesn't make any sense. All right, guys. So what we wanted to talk about today is Hybe X Geffen, I don't know. Hybe America's global girl group Cat's Eye a couple weeks ago released the song Gnarly, and it has been having a really interesting trajectory in the fact that when it first aired, or when they first released it, they released it alongside a music video. People, you know what was actually funny though? It actually leaked a bit before they actually proper released it. And I remember seeing in like the TikTok comments, people being like, April Fools. That was last month, because people were so shocked at how horrible the song sounded and how weird it sounded, especially coming from, you know, Touch and Debut, their like debut albums and like their debut singles. It was like really weird. And people were like, this has got to be a joke. And then it wasn't. And I was really shocked, because if you went on to their like the comment section of their music video, if you went into their like subreddits and stuff like that, people were like, oh no, this is actually actively terrible. I've never seen a situation where fans didn't immediately do like the cope, like, oh wait, no, if I just listen to 47 more times, like I will like get it. People were just saying it was awful. And Jazz, you are one of those people that also thought it was awful. So, you know, I hope it's not too much. Can you relive the moments when you heard Gnarly for
it's
the
very
first
hard.
time?
1 second. All right. I woke up at 5 a.m. because that's when I wake up for work. And honestly, I was like, oh, Cat's Eye. They came out with a song. Immediately send it to the group chat. Didn't listen to it yet. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep for a little bit before I actually have to get up to get ready for work. And I like put it on as I'm like to like go back to sleep a little bit. And I was like, oh, this is trash. And I just sent this to my friends. Like, I'm genuinely very much like, oh, trash. Oh, no. You know what really got me? I think what really took me out of what I was listening to was when they're like, Tesla when they said Tesla,
Oh yeah,
gnarly, I was like,
Oh,
oh.
very
So
controversial.
in this lovely year of 2025, we're out here saying Tesla. Like, what is that even like? So that took me out. I was like, please delete. What is that? No one thought to like not release that, like re-record that, and they've said other words in the clean version. So I'm like, why
Yeah.
don't you just delete that and just like do that? Like,
Yeah.
it was very simple, but they
Mhm.
didn't. But I didn't even know at that time. But I was just like, oh, this sounds like they're about to get dragged. And they did.
Mhm.
And kind of like, rightfully so, because the song to me is still bad. But there are redeeming parts. I think I just don't like the core, like the verses. So like over time, I think I became more receptive to it.
Mhm.
But I don't want to ever hear the whole song.
Oh.
When they performed it, I was like, ooh, I see the vision. I see it. I see it.
Oh.
If I went to their concert, I'd be like, ooh, great. I also like the clean version a lot more. I think it just sounds better. It just flows better. Like the bag of Takis, I was like, what are we? Are we in middle
Yeah,
school?
that's a
What are
bit.
we? What's happening? I also hate the gang, 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 but like that's not out of the clean version. So just a hint to like maybe get that out of the the clean version for Jasmine.
Clean times two. Mhm.
Exactly. But yeah, it's not like to me, it's not like a terrible song. Like you told me, like, oh, your theory of like it's like Wolf, like EXO's Wolf, and I was like,
The
I see
Machinations.
it. But since I'm not like fully involved in them completely yet, I'm like, I'm not gonna get on top of that yet. Like maybe if like they come out with a better song next for me, I'll be like, you know what? Gnarly was that, but like right now I'm like, oh, this is all I have. Please. No. I'm telling you, it's just the verses though. Like I like the nut 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 gnarly. That sounds very Red Velvet like, and I love that. Like I love like the unison singing. It's very haunting kind of sounding, very Red Velvet like.
Mhm.
But their verses, when Laura's talking, I'm like, you're talking. Where's the beat? Where's the anything? And then Manon comes in and says, gang, gang, gang. And I was like, are you 5? Are we playing Fortnite? I am so sorry. What is happening? So that's all I have to say. It's not a bad song. If I listen to just the chorus, take out the verses.
That's so
I will
crazy. That's so crazy. I do see what you're saying with the not gnarly. I do think that's very, very catchy, and I definitely see like how you're connecting it to Red Velvet. You said Cat's Eye fans, she said that Cat's Eye is reheating Red Velvet's nachos.
That is not what I said. They're paying homage, homage or whatever it's called, to them, as they should, Wendy left.
Fair.
So, what are we doing? I mean, she left SM. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. I was like, oh my god, am I really out of it?
I think Wendy and Yeri left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have an opposite feeling. But I have been slandered multiple times in terms of my TikTok use and my online content consumption. So I've been called a screenager. Okay. I do know who Tung 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 Sahur is. So and Ballerina Cappuccino. And there we go. So
wait. Ballerina Cappuccino.
Ballerina Cappuccino.
Oh.
Ballerina. I shouldn't even say this. Okay. No. You know what? I'm a grown woman.
Wait.
Sahur. Okay.
I have to. I mean, what?
Tung, tung, tung. Okay, enough brain rot. So I understand that my brain is not functioning the way that a fully capable adult should function. Okay?
Not bad. I don't even know. I thought I was on TikTok so much, but like sometimes you like say things and I'm like, oops. I haven't entered this area yet.
If you don't know what it is, don't look it up. You are better for it. Okay, I'm so serious. You are better for it. All right.
Now my phone's
Please.
already listening. So now it's like you want to. I bet you I'm gonna open TikTok and it's gonna doom, doom, doom. Going, what's happening?
Okay, wait. Me and Elby, we're locked in with our rot.
No.
Our one brain cells are rotting together. Yes, I love to see it. It's just some brain rot chicken jockey Minecraft movie, Fortnite skin, like just
Ah,
yeah. You
Gnarly.
like you shouldn't know if you're above the if you weren't born in
everything.
2022, you shouldn't even know what that is. So, but yeah, I suffer from brain rot. But my thing is that let me get some things out of the way. I like the lyrics. I don't think they're good. 9 things can be true at once.
I'm confused. They're terrible, but you like
Okay. 12 things can be true sometimes,
them.
okay?
How about true? Oh wait, one thing. Right.
I will say for me, what carries is the delivery. And because I think are the lyrics nutty? Yes, but I think the way that they're delivered do give a certain appeal. Like even in the beginning when Yoontae is like, we could describe things with one simple word. Like that is just like, I was like, I'm listening. I'm sat. Okay.
Wow.
You're saying something. It's very crisp. Okay. The mix. And then the beat drops. Boom. Boba tea. Huh? What are you saying to me? Gnarly. What? That's from like the 70s.
This is so like
Tesla. Girl, why
That
are you
is
saying
like the
Tesla?
opposite.
I'm like, why are we giving a shout out to Elon Musk? Okay? Muskrat. What is it? What do they say? Fried chicken? I like fried chicken. Okay. You have my attention again. And they call it gnarly. Again, I'm thinking surfer gnarly. Why are we bringing this back? And then whatever there's party in the Hollywood Hills. Even the way it sounds like this falling
I
down.
hate that.
Party in the
So-
Hollywood Hills. Oh, like it's like I'm weary.
Anything off the beat, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I love that though. It seems, and
Oh.
then Miss
It takes me
Lara.
out.
Miss Laura, it's so crazy because she's so good at singing. And they said, do the opposite of that.
Just
You know
talk.
how you sing well? Talk annoying.
Say these lines.
and
Well,
say them
don't
in a
even
very
you don't even
annoying
need the
way.
music. Just say the words.
Just say, and she said, "Oh, we're in a session tonight." And then somebody goes, "Gang, gang," and I'm like, "Oh, this sounds insane. You guys are insane for that. Like in a good way. I don't know. What would Tung 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 Sahor think? Like that? I wanted to call up
I am
Tung.
so scared. I want to look this up so
I
bad.
wanted to call up Tung, okay, and say, "Did you see the new Cat's Eye drop?" But I knew. I don't know. I don't know where he was. Okay. So she says, "Oh, we're in a session tonight," and I was like, "Okay." And then somebody says, "Gang, gang," and I'm like, "Oh, that's." I wouldn't use it that way, but sure. Oh, we're going out tonight. Gang, gang.
What are
again.
they saying?
For
What are they explaining?
Oh, we're in a session tonight. Gang, gang. Oh, we're going out tonight. Gang, gang.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of choosing. Like, oh, we're in a session tonight? Gang, gang. Oh, we're going out tonight? Gang, gang. So it's kind of like when you open your third eye and kind of transcend to the tungness of the Sahor. When the tung meets the Sahor, tung, 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 tung. Okay, anyway.
I need to. I think I've seen this, but I also don't know what this is. Why have you seen this?
Ballerina cappuccino. There's a
scared.
song. I'm tung 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 Sahor, and I love ballerina cappuccino. Me, I'm ballerina.
Marvel Rivals things. What is happening?
Just let me rot in peace, okay, Jasmine? I'm a lost cause. Okay. Yeah, I think okay. Basically, what I want to say, I don't have to recite the whole lyrics, is that it's messy fun. It's messy fun. The outfits are awesome. It's crazy. It's silly. And I think above all else, and this is where I'm going to get into my wolf theory. So keep that third eye open, is that not Touch was a good song, right? But it was always ever just going to be a good song. Like, as much as it was catchy, as much as it was like pretty on the ears and stuff like that, I don't think it would ever have taken them to, like, it wouldn't take them very far. It's like, okay, they have this fun song and stuff like that, but it didn't really show any personality. It was just like pleasable enough that you wouldn't turn it off. You might add it to your Spotify, but it's like you won't really discuss it because it's just like a song that kind of came out. And you can maybe argue it was like one of their debut singles or their early singles. Yeah. But my thing is that this song, I think it's what they needed to really start making a name for themselves. And I saw some like because I think one of the things is when this song came out and everyone's like, why are my ears bleeding? They immediately jumped and they're like, wait, does Cat's Eye like this? And Cat's Eye was singing the praises. They even like were like very much like, we know you won't get it. We know it's gonna take some listening to. We know it's jarring, but like hear us out. We like this song. And one of the things that I think it was Laura said was that this song actually shows us. And I agree. I think this song has a lot more personality than Touch does. And I think in this kind of K-pop, pop, whatever you want to call it, but just like world where you're trying to market a group and get people to like know who they are, I feel like that means a lot more than just having like a passable, palatable song. And that's why I liken it to Wolf, because I personally think Wolf preceding Growl was necessary for Growl to be what it was. Because I think prior to that, EXO had good songs. You would even say, like, you could even say great songs because the way that they sung them were really good. But were they songs that were going to really cause like discussion, commotion? No. That terrible ass Wolf song when they're looking like a damn oak tree, that was causing discussion. That was getting people on the radar. I think that's what took them from just being the new SM boy group with a really handsome man named Dio and his 11 backup singers and dancers to being a group with an actual identity. It was a messy ass one. And they were like, what the hell? And I think similar to EXO, what's really nice is that, yes, this is a messy song. Yes, it's whatever. But the group is actually filled with interesting and talented people. So now you know who they are because there's all this commotion about this crazy ass song. But then you come to find this group that actually has a lot of talent, a lot of charm. And I think their next song, hopefully, will be their Growl, in that it is the good version. Now it's like, now we've got your attention. Here's actually what we can do. So that's what my idea of Gnarly is. I quite like it. I listen to it in the gym. Actually, I haven't listened to it in a couple days, but I think it's fun. I think it's goofy. I think it's silly. All the people who are like, actually, when you go to second 3 and then like, but like the analyses are like a bit much, like, you know, I think it's just like a fun song. I don't think anyone has to like it, by the way. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that are going to die on a hill that like you need to like it, but I definitely see its appeal. I definitely think it was a move in the right direction for Cat's Eye to kind of shake out this kind of basic image musically that goes really well hand in hand with the fact that they are a very intriguing group with a lot of dynamic and talented members. Oh, we're in a session tonight. Gang gang. No, just kidding.
Okay. Anyway, but I agree with that. I think that's how I've been treating that song. I've been treating it like no offense, I just pretend it doesn't exist until people sing it. Like Dan will dance to it. He's been doing the dance and and he does it in front of me because he knows I don't like the song. But he does the part that I actually like, when they're like this. It's like da 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 that
That's gnarly.
Oh, like when they're like,
oh yeah, I'm
that
the
part.
shit. This one,
yeah. Which I'm like, I actually like the dance there, and I like that. I don't mind that part. It's just the verses. So I just ignore it exists, and I'm like with the anticipation that I will like what comes after. And I think when Wolf came out, I didn't like that originally, and I remember being like, what the fudge? And that's before I got into like EXO like really into it, and I like listened to it, it was like trash. And then I think I watched them do EXO Showtime, and then I went back and was like, oh, I like Growl. What happened with that? Like, I like what was happening there. You know, I didn't know who half the people were. I remember I thought it was only 6 people. And they somehow changed their outfits. I don't even know. I was confused. But I understood the vision. But for this, I'm like really just hoping because the second song hasn't come out yet, and I'm like really praying it'll show something else. And I get the idea of like it being like, oh, show off their personalities. But if I don't like the song, I'm never gonna look at their personalities. No offense to them. Like I'm like, cool, lovely, you have so much personality, but like I hate everything that you just said.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to start a poll to see if you guys think that this song is
A flop
ultimately
again.
a flop.
What about meh? We'll see.
No, you guys have to be
We'll
definitive.
see.
You either have to be very mean or very praiseworthy or whatever. Okay.
I mean,
Gnarly was
indifferent.
gnarly. But we can jump into chat to see what people are saying. Flop or bop. Oh, wait. I want to see if I can get a non-K-pop fan's opinion on this. Hold on for a second.
See, Andre's on my level. Like it's like, meh. Like warm tea. Like, I will tell you, like on first listen, it was definitely never listen to that shit again. It was,
Like,
if you didn't
garbage.
say you liked it, I definitely would have deleted that from my brain.
Wait.
Immediately.
You cared that I liked it?
I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll listen to the like in my car, and then I did, and I was like, no, and then I was like, you know what? Then the dance came out, and I was like, okay.
I was gonna say, I think it's very interesting. I think similarly because the wolf dance was so insane with the tree and them running around and stuff. And I feel like that was like the selling point of it. Like, even if you hated it, you might watch it for the performance. And I think similarly, a lot of people turned around when they saw like the gnarly performance and particularly like the energy that the girls are putting in. Now, can we get into how a lot of people are using Cat's Eye to shade the K-pop industry? I'm kind of curious about that. Hold on for a second.
Basically made from that.
Hold on for a second.
Yeah. I'm the shiz. I think I've heard about this. The people using Cat's Eye to be shading the K-pop industry, and it's very interesting. I can't wait to hear her thoughts. But Andre, I definitely agree. It's warm tea, and it's not legit for me, but it could be. I also liken this to like very much like Kish by IVE, where it's kind of like that came out, and I was like, and I think I Am was the follow-up, and that one was definitely 10 times better for me. I don't know if anyone else agrees. My mouse disappeared.
All right, y'all. My special guest is being a diva. So,
Special guest.
Yeah, I have a special guest today. An actual real non-K-pop fan. Apparently, those exist. Ew, I know. But they're gonna give me their opinion on gnarly. But in the meantime,
Is that okay? Because I saw someone in your room, and I was like, who? And then
we have Jackson from GOT7.
Imagine he's been everywhere, so
I know, and he didn't stop here. Wow, fake. I'm actually kind of gagged that this is more flop than bop.
I was saying like this also reminded me of Kish
by
IVE, where it's like I didn't really care for that, but it kind of like broke them out of the we're princesses
yeah
type of vibe, and then but then I Am was kind of still
in that vibe,
but it was also a better song, so it brought me back. I was like, okay, you got me back.
Yeah.
And it was so good. That album was good.
Yeah. Oh my God. And like, it made you realize, why am I standing aespa when the top girl group is right here?
Not bad.
Dang. Yeah, y'all are crazy. I'm ending this poll. Just kidding.
Ooh. And I
just
didn't know.
kidding.
I mean,
I know you were like, okay, now that G's gone, make sure y'all vote flop.
No, I just opened a bunch of incognito.
Stop, imagine it being that serious. You're like, we can't like have this happen. But Okay, here's my special guest. So, special guest, playlist curator.
No, gnarly.
We have.
Oh.
I fight with him every day
I'm
on
hearing a
this.
Stan.
I cannot hear anything right now.
You guys got 12 people in here. It's kind of lit.
All right, so this is a real non-K-pop fan, and his unbiased opinion of Gnarly. Go ahead. Actually,
Hey, what does
Jazz
everybody
agrees with
think?
you, so.
Oh, that gnarly sucks.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Wait, do you like Gnarly or no?
Like,
Oh, I'll
wait,
wait.
what did you say?
okay, so we like did a poll when if it was a flop or a bop, and it got majority.
Okay, yeah. Flop,
Flop.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on Gnarly?
All right, my thoughts is that song's bad. And the reason that you know it's bad, like horrible bad, is because they did everything. They made the music video. They did the 2 weeks of promotion. They have the dance. They have the TikTok. And it's still not hitting. They did the entire thing. They tried way too hard to be edgy. And it just didn't.
I think this is
It just didn't play. Like when you have all that, when you're checking all the boxes, like K-pop usually does, and it doesn't pop off on the algorithm, doesn't pop off on TikTok, anything like that, then you just know the song is bad. Like I think I compare them a lot to like how Brat was, where Brat was like this whole thing where people were trying to be Brat. There were some good songs on Brat, but like Gnarly is just a bad song. You listen to it, it's like literally not good. Also, wait, my other take is Gnarly is hypnosis. Like the words, the lyrics, the brands, it's literally hypnosis. They literally try and like force you to just repeat these words. There's no like melodic taste. There's no just anything creative. And they just thought that they could throw all this together in like a sandwich, like a Gnarly sandwich, and it's just poop.
Oh no.
Okay, what are your thoughts of the idea that it was their first song to chart? Because this song did end up charting 90. I think it was 92. I don't know if it stayed on the charts, but it charted at 92. It was their first entry. What do you make of that?
I think that's what happens when you do all the right things. Like I said, like you do the TikTok dances, you have the music video, you have the choreography, you get people to do the choreography, you have one word that you repeat a bunch, and then you have people who get hypnotized by that song. I don't think that people I don't think that people like genuinely are like, yo, this is a good song, I'm gonna like throw this in my rotation. I think they're like, yo, let me support Cat's Eye because they just did this whole thing. Like I think it's cool what Cat's Eye is doing, but it's like, is the music good? And the answer to me was no. I think K-pop fans will, love that song because they like, doing that, but they're never going to break out of K-pop fandom, or just like, they're never going to get new fans. Like, and I think of Brat a lot when I think of this song, because Brat was like kind of like this thing, although it was definitely bigger. Apple and 360, those songs were popular to like everyone, honestly. Like, I feel like it wasn't just, whatever. And Gnarly will never do that.
I think this is an interesting take, though, because to me, I actually think, because there's a lot of debate, like whether Cat's Eye is K-pop or not. I do think like they do appeal to K-pop fans, and I do think the majority of their fans right now are K-pop fans. However, I feel like Gnarly broke, like I feel like I saw people that might not be K-pop fans listen to Gnarly. Am I crazy? Am I in so much in a bubble that that's not true? Jazz, you're looking like I'm smoking something.
Because it's the most K-pop sounding song they've released.
Oh, wait, she said it's the most K-pop sounding song they released.
You think so?
This is just a K-pop song, but in English. It's literally the lyrics, everything about it. I told you it sounds like Red Velvet, but like I can understand what they're saying. Also, it's like the way they flow is very bad in their verses, but I don't think Red Velvet would do that. But their chorus is very K-pop. Like the gnarly is K-pop.
Am I delusional?
Have you ever heard a like actual like a pop song do that?
I mean, I feel like no, but I do think okay, listen, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like say something in the chat. Do y'all like this song?
I'm let me deflect.
I don't know, because I think like that's a crazy take. Because I do agree that a lot of Cat's Eye's roots are in K-pop, but I think their idea is like they want to become like a global K-pop or a global group, and I think that means getting fans outside of K-pop. So if you're saying as a non-K-pop fan, you don't think they're doing anything that could possibly appeal to somebody that doesn't already like K-pop.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I feel like it also just feels like inauthentic a little bit from somebody who's not a K-pop fan.
That's also interesting because I just went on a tirade about how I thought that this was like, they specifically, one of the girls, Laura, she was saying how they were really excited for this release because in comparison to Touch, it more aligns with their personalities and who they are and things like that. Like they curse in the song and they curse in real life and stuff like that. And I think there's this ongoing thing, which was I was like gonna get into a little later, that Cat's Eye, I see a lot in their comments. I don't know if it's trolls, that people are like, one of the reasons why Cat's Eye appeals to me is that they seem more authentic than K-pop because they can go on like Alive and like cuss, and because they can go, like people see them on the streets, like just going to like events and partying and things like that. And it does come across as more authentic, but you're saying that that's not.
Yeah, no, I feel like they are more authentic. Like I get what you're saying about them. I don't think that song feels authentic because like Tesla, Takis, like it just feels like.
Is that corny?
Yeah, I feel like they put that in there to like check the boxes. Like I don't feel like they were like, yo, I feel passionate about I don't feel passionate about like, Takis and whatever, like like a bag of Takis on the shit, like that's just terrible. Like I feel like you just gotta look at the lyrics of the song itself. Okay. I don't know. I feel like as a person who is like in music like pretty deeply, like I literally have my Golf Wang shirt on right now. I don't see people talking about this that aren't already, affiliated with K-pop, and it just didn't break out. And there are plenty of other songs that like did break out in terms of like K-pop, like from BTS, from Blackpink, like things like that. So there's stuff to compare it to, but I don't know. I mean, even like Jennie's album, even though she made a bunch of songs with like a bunch of Black people, which I don't even know how I felt about that. Well, I don't know. She can do whatever she wants. Those like felt like more like just good songs. Like I felt like I could listen to those. Like her song with Childish Gambino, I just felt like those were good songs. I don't know.
Did you feel that the music was authentic to her?
No, but I felt like it was just good music. Like I felt like I could just like listen to it and just be like, nice. But like Gnarly, I feel like you really have to buy into this whole thing that they're like trying to go for, which is like the whole Gnarly brand, I guess.
Dang. I thought it was pretty cool, but I also admit that I don't think I'm their target demographic. Like I think it would be maybe a bit younger, so maybe people find this corny. But I've seen people online definitely vibe to it, but I guess I've never really. I mean, I thought they were penetrating outside of K-pop fans, and they might be. Obviously, we each are just one person with an opinion, but I don't know.
I think the take that like it's a satirical song definitely is more understandable. And I probably am taking it pretty seriously. That's what like they're saying in the chat. But like I don't know.
The satirical part is like it's satirical about themselves, and they are living the thing that they're talking about, and it's very, I don't know, hypocritical.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It doesn't.
It's like what's the satire in a way? Like, is it them or are they the satire? Did they just like make the song for fun? And like, the choreography doesn't feel satirical. Like it feels like they're going really hard in like their choreography and they're being really serious. But like the music video definitely feels like it's just like more them having fun. So I guess it really is your perspective on how you want to, take it. And I guess at the end of the day, I will give them kudos because it's like, yeah, they tried to make something that's like provocative, and like I feel like they did do that. So good for them. But like I said, like just music wise, like if I didn't know who they were, if I didn't anything, I wouldn't like just like that song just to like listen to it. I personally would think that it was like kind of corny. So I guess it's just your, opinion based, whatever. And if you're hypnotized, then you have no choice but to like it.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Tung 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 Score?
Okay, see, that's real hypnosis right there. Like,
Tung 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 Score.
I still don't know what that is.
All right. One last question: whose album was better, Lisa or Jenny's?
Jenny's, because it had Childish Gambino on it.
Okay,
Mm.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your.
I don't think the song is meant to be good. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is what I was saying, though. No, Andy, I'm with you.
Let's start the conversation. It definitely did that. But I don't think the song.
It's meant to. I think it's meant to be fun. Like, I don't know, because this is the thing. As somebody who liked Twice for like since the beginning, before they released Fancy and people started, it was okay to start liking them. Like, I always said, like, their songs are fun. Like, it's fun. We're trying to have fun. I love a pop fun thing. And I think there is like making a good fun pop song, even if it isn't like super deep. I think that like is good. Like, I think that is like, we need that. Like, we need like just songs that you're just supposed to like, that are meant for concerts or just meant for like pre-gaming and things like that with your friends. Like, that's the way I see it. And I value those songs a lot, just as much as the like really deep, well-crafted metaphorical song, like that kind of thing.
Right. Who was better, Rose or Jenny? I think I still think Jenny's was better. I think her songs were just like better overall. I don't know if they felt maybe Rose was like a little bit more authentic just in terms of what she likes, but I don't really know what would be authentic for Jenny. So I don't, because I haven't like followed her for a long time. So I think part of me just has to take what she makes at face value. And then, yeah, feels like one of those songs that is trying to super TikTok virality instead of just being a good song that happened to get viral. That's like what I'm really saying. Like, all the songs in Brat just like went viral for some reason. And like Party for You, which is from 2020, which just went viral on TikTok, which is another Charlie XCX, that just did it on its own. Like, people just like it, and people just like her for some reason. So I don't know how she does that, but those feel really organic, and I feel like that's why Brat has had the like time that it had. What about Jisoo? I don't even know who that is.
Honestly, I was gonna say Jisoo's the one that's like
one of them.
She's doing Korean music.
Oh, right. She's part of Blackpink. I think she actually had one song that I liked, and it was like a real like EDM song.
Yeah. She only does like EDM like songs.
Any other hot takes?
I don't know. Some people left the chat, so they probably didn't like what I was saying. So sorry.
Don't worry, guys. I'll give him yours. I'll give out his social security and his address. Thank you. Thank you.
That might be your same house.
Don't sing it now. All right, y'all. Just scratch that. I'm gonna delete that.
I want to say, like, I wanted to add that, like, I think if they wanted to do what they're like, what you're saying, like, do something that's like out of their comfort zone, whatever, not even comfort zone, just like show themselves. A song, and I might have said this to you before. Mm-hmm. There's a song called Wasabi by Little Mix that I feel like, I think that type of song, I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's very like, also, I don't know, it's kind of different, but it's also fun. I think if they went that type of route, I think I would have been more receptive, and I think they could have still had more fun, like the same amount of fun that they did with Gnarly. But for some reason they went for like more, I don't know, abstract by doing Gnarly. When it's like, I feel like there was a better, like another way to do it. Mm-hmm. And maybe because Little Mix also didn't really get viral from that. They kind of got viral a little bit, like a year after the song came out, but like it kind of still went flat. Maybe that's why they didn't go that route. But I'm like, I think that would have been better, in my opinion. Like a nice, it's different, it's fun, it's still spicy, but it's like, it makes sense as a song.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. And I can definitely understand if people maybe don't like it and don't think like, it makes me seem so dramatic, don't appreciate what it's doing. Like, that sounds so dramatic, but you know what I mean? Like, so I definitely, I can see that point of view. I think ultimately it comes from maybe a place of like how with music these days, it's not enough just to have a good song. I think sometimes it can be, but if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if it's a good song, but it doesn't have the fanfare around it, unfortunately, like in the music industry these days, that goes hand in hand. So I think that was kind of like, it's like, how can we make people look at us? But that, I don't know, that is an interesting take, because in my opinion, I thought it was penetrating outside of K-pop, but you guys don't think that at
I heard
all.
it kind of was when I kept reading like what people were saying. They're like, oh, I don't like K-pop, but I like whatever type of music that was. I think like I don't know. EDM. It's not even EDM. I don't even know what that is. But some people were like, I go to DJ type stuff, like whatever Chainsmokers is, I guess, type of music. And they're like, I like that type of sound. Because like literally, I think that's another thing. Sorry, random.
No.
Of like how he was saying like it's inauthentic. I wanted to be like, it doesn't help that they took it as from a song that was already
Oh yeah,
a demo, and they didn't really change anything. They just sang it, so it's like even more inauthentic because it's not even their lyrics. They just found a song from 2021, and then they were like, I guess I'll make it a full song. So it's like, that's not, so you're just not even singing for yourself. You just kind of like found a song and then thought it was edgy or something, is what it's giving.
Yeah. No, I think that's why, like, while I appreciate like everyone's interpretation with like it's satirical, and that may be true, I think sometimes it falls flat because since they didn't write the song, it's like who's actually making this commentary, you know, that kind of thing. So I can kind of see how that clashes. But I think for me, since I just enjoy it as like just a fun, silly song, I don't look into it that deep. But yeah, I definitely can see like, yeah, if somebody else is writing it. But I know a lot of the fans, like I think Lara, she writes songs and produces, and then I think Megan writes songs. So a lot of the fans were like, oh, they should like let them write stuff, like, you know, that kind of thing. So hopefully that's you know, especially because I think there's like I do think people in the K-pop realm appreciate when an artist like write songs and helps with producing and stuff like that, but I feel like that's a even bigger thing like in the West a lot of the times. So like or it's like sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, of course they write their stuff. So I think that might help them with like the maybe lack of authenticity that people are feeling. LD says, I think it was a smart move to get people talking. As an icon, I do hope the rest of the album really showcases their talent, though, because I agree. To have such beautiful singers and have them go, oh, like that's kind of like crazy.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, that's how I feel. I'm just like, I don't have any grievances against the group or anything. I genuinely like, hopefully this next song is better. And if it's better, then I'm like, whatever. I'll probably forget that Gnarly even existed, and I'll move on. and so it goes.
Yeah, agreed. LD says, but does everything have to be deep and meaningful though? Sometimes you just honestly, I agree. I Goofy gang locked in, gang.
I think it just doesn't help when people are trying to make it mean something, when people are saying this is nonsense, and then it's like, well, no, it's satirical. It means that, and it's like, all right, now you're making it seem like I'm missing something when I know I'm not. It's just, this is just to me silly and I don't like it. And that's okay if you like the silliness and enjoy it. But if someone says they think it's silly and they don't like it, that's stop trying to turn it into some dissertation of like why it means they're, I don't know, making music and for a dumb bitch. I forgot what the line is.
I love that line.
Making beats
or a boring dumb chick.
I've seen so many people just like have that as their vocal stim or something.
That's what if you're a vocal stim girl, you love this song, and I am. Thank you.
I'm a vocal stim girl, like not this. And when it is this, I'm like, delete this, delete my brain because what? No, that's why I don't like catchy songs that I don't like.
Oh yeah. Andre says, can we talk about how K-pop songs are getting shorter, like less than? Yeah, I'm like, okay, K-pop jingles, okay, K-pop samples, like it's actually kind of getting crazy, and I don't even think it's just K-pop, but it's just kind of like I don't know. This short attention span epidemic needs to end. Okay, We all can't
TikTok
be
needs to
iPad
end.
kids.
I'm kidding. Don't end it.
Truly. I mean, no, because where will I get my tung 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 horror content?
Okay,
But also, yes.
We need to get you on another side of TikTok. We gotta get you out.
I can leave anytime I want. Okay, I can untune anytime I
We have to
want.
help her.
No, but it is kind of crazy, and I think that just goes back to like what I was saying before, where it's like the music industry as a whole is just becoming a business. Like the songs are short because they're easier to stream and they're easier to like become catchy. Like it's not even
Mhm.
about like artistic expression anymore. It's just about how we can make this song be the thing that goes viral, and which is sometimes like I can appreciate a brain rot song, but also I don't want that to be at the expense of like the type of music that's being made as a whole.
Yeah.
But yeah, bring back long songs. Yeah, bring back a bridge.
A
keep
bridge and then
saying-
going back to the chorus or something and like doing
Yeah,
something at the
That's
end.
true.
I need some runs, something happening where my brain's like, ooh, you brought it back, but differently. I see where you're going. I like it.
You said modulation. Okay.
Yes.
I see you. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I forget, y'all. Arguably, it was always a business. The problem it's being optimized for social media rather than radio.
Which is why
That is
I wonder if that's why you just don't hear these types of songs on the radio as much.
like what types
Short-
of songs?
Like
Oh.
shorter songs. I feel like
Mhm.
like I haven't heard gnarly. But like I just don't think I've heard short songs really. How long is 360?
That's a good point. I think it hits the 3 minute, but I don't think of it. Well, to be fair, I don't really listen to the radio like that, but I don't think
I do, but like only occasionally.
I got a boy. Honestly, I
Ooh,
think I am
360 is
like it's like because like I will listen to old K-pop songs and I'll be like, this is still on. I Got a Boy is one of them. Some of these songs seem in comparison so long these days because
Okay, I Got a Boy felt like an eon. As a person who I'm sorry, I never heard a song change so much until I heard I Got a Boy. And I remember legit like I think I used to have like K-pop songs used to be on demand. And I
Mhm.
think I always saw that on demand and like I turned it on and was like, where am I going? Where have I been? How long have I been here? Because I was like, what song? I was like, should I listen to this? Like,
Where
do
am
I
I?
like this?
Who am I?
I was like, I
How
like
old
this
am I?
part, but do I like this part? I don't. And then they would
I
go
love
back.
that
And at first she was
song.
like, bring it back. And I was like, okay. Oh, I like this part. I was like, we're back. We're back to the song I like. I was very confused. That was a very confusing time.
That song was low-key 30 years old, but I did appreciate it. I think that was another one that had a very divisive reaction when it first dropped,
Because it was
but then people learned
confusing.
to. Yeah, there was 90 songs in that.
But
I feel
I
like-
liked it over time, but it was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was like a shock.
I feel like the demo leaked and like even the demo, like they added some stuff to it.
They said, I like this demo, that demo. Hold up. Give me that other demo a little bit. We'll add that at the second half. This is very weird.
Yeah. I listen to the radio, but they play somehow a Pink song always makes it to the rotation.
What are you listening to?
Pink and
Pink
Maroon
stuff?
5 has the radio in the chokehold.
Man,
Okay,
are
I
you,
haven't
like,
listened
in
to
the blues, or I don't even know. Not the blues.
Not the blues.
Like I'm thinking like oldie tunes, and not even old.
Damn. Damn.
'Cause, like,
so K-pop
Pink
hack.
hasn't released a thing in like years.
And somehow she still gets rotation like she just dropped.
Because like the radio I listen to usually will play like Benson Boone.
No. Okay, can
All
we
the
talk about
time.
him?
I like
First
Benson
of all,
Boone.
Benson Boone was born in 2021. That man,
He was born yesterday, and
It's
he
a guy-
somehow
exactly.
released
I
a
was at
song.
his No, he's so
Number
young.
one? He's doing backflips.
I thought he was like, I don't know, 27.
Oh,
like,
I thought he was young. I figured. I was like, I don't know who this
really?
man is.
With the glittery ass jumpsuits.
Well, I didn't
I
see
can't
him
even
first.
see.
When
Oh,
Beautiful Things came out, I didn't know what this man looked like. I also didn't like the song at first and was like, this has to be a TikTok youngin. So like, that's all I had. But I learned to like.
to the audience, clap if you know who Benson Boone is and you like Benson Boone.
I feel like if you don't know Benson Boone at this point, I feel like he's just flipping all over places all the time, wearing his jumpsuit, being
I
Freddie
think-
Mercury, but not.
I was gonna say, but a little bit of Harry Styles. Honestly, I'm on Benty's. I'm on Benty Boone's. I'm on Benton Boots' side. Okay, y'all liked Harry Styles when he was in the glittery ass jumpsuit,
Oh my god!
but you don't like him.
Some people have been
Wait.
dragging him on TikTok, and I'm like, weren't y'all just like slobbering over Beautiful Things? And now he released a new song, and they're like, it's the worst song I've ever heard.
No,
My ears
Moonbeam.
but like my thing is, I liked Moonbeam, and I never thought it was bad until like people were saying it was bad, and I was like, oh, should I
Don't-
listen?
Don't let them change you. Stay
It's like,
strong. in
that's
your
the
Benson
wait.
Boone
Is
love.
Moonbeam the one that's like mystical?
Yeah.
I love that's such a catchy song.
I think, well, okay, so the thing is, they're dragging him and they're dragging that guy who made that Ordinary song, and they're dragging a third
I will tell you that
person.
Ordinary song. I feel bad, but like, it's a good song, but it's giving Hosier, but not.
Mm.
And every time
I
a
think
song that's Hosier or not, I'm just like, should I be supporting this? It feels like you just like found Hosier and you were like, I need to.
But I think that's what people think about Benty Boots, like the fact that his music sounds like he's trying to emulate somebody else, and so
But
people
who's he
aren't buying it.
emulating?
I don't know. Imagine Dragons.
Not Imagine Dragons. Not
Girl, I don't listen to whatever that is. Well, Queen, because he wears the sparkly
see
ass, glittery
I
ass,
guess his
can't even see ass jumpsuit.
very Queens, but his music's not Queen.
I guess that's also authentic, or people find inauthentic, because it's like he's dressed like Queen, but then he makes music like I'm proud to be an American. I don't know. I saw that he had an
Yeah,
American.
I just think he sounds like he sounds like Harry Styles, but doesn't make music exactly like Harry Styles. But I feel like people think he's copying Harry Styles because he
yeah.
sounds like Harry Styles.
That's what I thought.
But then he dresses like Freddie Mercury, but he doesn't make music like Freddie Mercury either. So I'm like, does that not just make him unique? Because
And then
he just
dances
combined
on
people?
stage
it's
like he's
backflip.
competing for gold in the Olympics. So I don't know
See?
what I'm watching. I'm
So
scared.
It's not any single person that he's emulating. He has somehow
He's an amalgamation of garbage. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, how
No,
dare
no,
you,
I
Freddie
don't hate
Mercury?
him. Yeah, here's
All right. Who that man is? We gotta look him up.
you said sorry
the
to that man.
beautiful things that I've got.
Oh, God.
Somehow, if you escape
Well-
that, bless you, because I could not.
He was, yeah, I was gonna say I don't like all the yelling now. I say as I yell all the time, but I don't like it in my music. Okay,
I
so
like
y'all
it
said
when
Cat's
it's
Eye was a flop. You like what?
I like yelling in music sometimes, but sometimes it's too much.
Mm.
Because he was singing like normal. He's like, for a while there it was rough. And I was like, okay, all right. And he's like, these beautiful things that I'm like, oh, how did we get here? I was like, where did we go? It felt like I got transported
No.
back to I Got a Boy. I was like, wait, no, not again. Don't take me back.
Don't take me back. All right, I think we can open the topics up to you guys. What do y'all want to talk about? Honestly, I don't know.
Everything.
I know we said we were gonna do a bracket, but I really don't like this bracket. I feel like it will not be fun.
So EXO was number one
Stop.
and the only one.
EXO's not even on this list, so
And
that's
they
another
delete
thing.
it. You call up the person. You just call
Oh.
up whatever that website you're using is, and then delete it.
Well, it's kind of cut off. Like I'm kind of confused about this one. I don't
What
know.
website are you using?
Here, I'm gonna put it in it's called bracketfights.com.
Bracket fights. I've never heard that.
Yeah. But I like if we want to do this maybe next time, I could like whip one up. Will it be fair? No.
It's just gonna be
It will
EXO.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say EXO, BTS. Pick your poison. I don't know. Do you?
Oh, not me. Okay, so Kiss of Life, Jazz's favorite group. Let's talk about.
I can tell you no songs.
What they have the.
I mean, I can sing you
knows.
no songs.
Wait, you don't know a single song from them?
No, I know their songs. I just could not sing you a song.
Oh,
right now
okay.
at the top.
I
of my
do
head.
know that nobody knows that's Midas Touch, right? Or maybe
I know Midas Touch, but do I know how it goes? No, right now.
Midas Touch, Midas Touch, might touch, touch.
I know that
Midas
one
touch.
where they're like dancing. I don't know. It was very popular.
The one
Their
where they're
dance.
like,
Yeah, there we go.
yeah, that's nobody knows.
Yeah.
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 But there's another. I know their songs. I mean, oh yeah. Hey, yeah, that song. Yeah, so 3. Actually, no, 4. Natty has a solo that's really good.
I forgot that
But
was
I
Natty.
forgot.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang,
but
poor
it
Natty.
was
She's
only
getting that
Adam.
money.
Yeah, well, okay. So the tea is, I'm not even gonna say the tea for real because I don't even know all the tea. So was it Julie's birthday? Whose birthday was it?
I want to say it was Julie because I feel like it was one of the ones with the English name.
Okay. Yeah, because there's 2, like that's why people were knocking them a good ones.
Yeah.
Particularly because they have 2 members that I believe were born in America. Okay, so there's Julie, Natty, Belle, and Hanu. And
yeah, it was Julie's.
Okay, yeah. And Belle was the other member that's born in America. I'm reading this literally. I'm trying to find this in Wikipedia to see if it can summarize. Because maybe it will be under controversies.
I mean, honestly, at this point, somebody raced to there. It's happening, unfolding right now as I'm watching this live.
Oh, okay. Here we go. On January 28th, Okay. In April, the group came under criticism from fans and media due to allegations of cultural appropriation. In a video celebrating Julie's birthdays, the members were seen mimicking mannerisms associated with African-American hip-hop culture, which began accusations of mocking Black culture. The video was deleted and the groups issued an apology. So that sets the stage for what we're going to talk about now. So they were supposed to this year, KCON LA is going to take place, I believe, August 1st to August 3rd. And they were initially one of the groups that was set to perform. Psych! Because guess what? Sorry. This is serious. But KCON, after backlash, because a lot of people were like, wait, you're gonna put the group that had the African-American themed birthday? Perhaps not.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, hit up KCON, were like, hey, that's not cool. So then KCON, pretty recently, I think it was like maybe like a week ago, released a statement saying, Dear Connors, so only if you're not named Connor, close your ears. No, just kidding. Let me stop.
I was gonna say,
Dear Connors, that's KCONers. Thank you for your continuous interest and support for KCON LA 2025. Now, who's interested in KCON? No, just kidding. A lot of people like KCON. Regrettably, after careful consideration and thorough discussions exploring all avenues for participation, KCON and S2 Entertainment have mutually decided that Kiss of Life will no longer be participating in KCON LA 2025. We sincerely apologize to fans who are looking forward to their performance, and we kindly ask for you to understand. We will do our best to bring you even more special and memorable experiences in the months ahead. Sincerely, KCON team. Now, they did not explicitly say we dropped them like a hot potato because they were doing African-American cosplay. But I think a lot of people are putting 2 and 2 together and in assuming that that's why. Now, they did say they mutually came to a mutual agreement but that might just be PR talk. So what do we think?
Definitely. It's probably because of what happened. I can't imagine. Like, I don't understand why they announced that so soon. I don't know. I feel like if I was your management, I would be like, you need to lay low for a while. Also,
Yeah.
do something. Like I would have them reflect. Like I don't know. Like doing something like this so quickly just makes me feel like they didn't even reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't even want them to reflect, if I was their management, I'd still be like, okay, take some seconds to make it seem like you are at least trying, like attempting to reflect.
Do some reflection cosplay.
Yeah. But like, I would make them reflect. But like, if that wasn't in their interest as a company, I guess like still, I feel like it's in their best interest to at least make it seem like they are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird to just be like, yeah, we're gonna go cake on and act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna release music. I think they're releasing something in June, early June.
I think they released some song like fairly recently, but they weren't in the music video, and I don't know if it was like an official single or if it was for something else, like a CF. But I remember people posting that because a lot of people were intrigued how it would do post controversy. They there was like they did release 2 apologies. I don't know how people felt. I'm assuming if they released the second one, it's because people. What was that?
I heard people didn't like it. I don't think I actually read it, but
it's just very hard because it's such a weird thing to do that if you're apologizing, I just like
you're never gonna win.
Yeah, like why would you do that in the first place? Like that's weird.
Yeah.
Like that's weird. And so like if you apologize, it's just like I don't know. It's like what are we? It's weird. It's a weird like because the thing is, yeah, having the ability to move on from this, I think that's a right that everyone will have. Now, nobody's owed being like a famous person. So maybe moving on from this means moving on from your career. Maybe it's moving on from being as big as you were. Who knows? But I think it's just such a sticky situation because how do you apologize for something that you actively participated? Like, it's like you can't say you didn't know what you were doing because it's like you very much knew what your assignment was, like for what y'all wanted to do. So it just will come off as we're mad. I mean, we're only apologizing because people felt away, not because we truly, like it's, I don't know. It's messy. Not saying that you can never be redeemed. I'm just saying that that's just how it's going to come off.
Yeah. I just feel like with things like this, even if they did not know what they were doing, whatever, there, as I said before, like, I just think there's no winning no matter what. There's always going to be people that are not going to like you because of what you did, and rightfully so. Like it's like you can't get mad at them for not liking you after that. But it's like, yeah, I feel like there's no winning no matter what they say.
Yeah,
they, like donate money to like some like African American like fund or something, and it still would probably be enough. It would be like, oh, it's performative. There's always going to be something that's going to go downhill for them, and it sucks that they didn't think deeply or their management didn't think deeply about this because it's like there's no real fully coming back from this.
Yeah, I think I agree. It was just such a weird thing to do that it's like I think it's a situation where apology shortly after the event takes place is not going to really sit right with people because there's no way you did the work to like really understand like why people thought that was weird outside of people are mad at me, so let me go ahead and apologize. It just is like not gonna come off as really genuine. At least hire some like cultural sensitivity trainer or something, and like publicize it because like even if they did do that, we don't know,
But my thing is, even if they did that, once again, I just think that it's gonna be like, oh, they're publicizing it because they want to feel like they want to like us to know, and it's like
I think that's I agree that like you're never gonna satisfy anything. So what you need to really do is like, and that's I think it's really important to have like personal responsibility about this and be like, okay, I realize that this is effed up. Do I actually understand why people feel like it's effed up? And like really use your own personal compass. But to do that, you would have to care. And I don't know any of these people, so I don't know if they actually care outside of it, like ruining their career or whatever. But like, that's when it's like you have to take the personal responsibility to be like, I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do to learn why what I did was effed up. And then, you know, also come to terms with, like you said, there are going to be people you can do whatever that they'll be like, nah, that was messed up. So I'm not going to like you. And you have to understand, because the thing is, people cannot like you because your hair was purple one comeback and you changed the green and they hate green.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you know, I feel like that's something that you have to understand. So I don't, you know, obviously this is way more egregious than that, but like I think part of it is coming to terms with some people are just never gonna like you again, and that's fine.
I
But
definitely
yeah,
think it's like part of like why I'm like, I wish they took more time, because like I hope the management would have been great during that time to just be like, learn about it and then hire like cultural sensitivity trainer or something.
Yeah.
But like, you don't have to publicize it, but like I wish they just were silent for this time, then came back with actual apologies or something, or like something where it's like, you obviously took time, you thought about it, you talked to some people, and you understand like not everyone's going to accept it. So if you send out this apology, don't try and send out a second one and trying to like rectify what you wrote. Like,
yeah,
I want them, like, it would have been great if they just took time rather than just be like, here's an apology that we wrote down on paper because we saw people hate us. Like, no, I just feel like it's
agreed. LD says, and one of the members, Julie, was literally dragged for saying the N-word pre-debut, so you would think they would try to be extra careful what they do. I guess not. Yeah, I just cannot. Like, who approved this, dude? Like, it's wild that you would do that, but then also with how careful people are with their images in K-pop, it's just crazy that slipped through the cracks. And I believe one of the things that was like a lot of people were pointing out is that I think one of the members during the live, or no, on like Weverse was like, please don't cancel us for this or something. So it's like, you knew it was going to be, yeah. Let me make sure I'm right, because I don't want to miss that information.
It's AI.
Maybe.
Honestly, there's so much news. It's AI. But yeah, if that's true, that's messy.
Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, girl. I'm getting this off of Reddit, so you know they love to lie there.
That's where the AI lives.
Okay. I feel bad. Okay, somebody said I feel a bit bad too because I really like to support them and they escaped Nukudum, but why should I support somebody that's openly racist? Somebody said I want to support them even if it was seemingly a genuine apology. They started off the live saying they know this is bad. Please don't cancel us.
Ooh. What was the theme? Like, what is the actual theme? Do you know?
African Americans.
No. I highly doubt they said, I hope, like, there's no way that they sat there and said, African American is our theme. I hope not. There's no way.
Do we want to watch it? I don't know. Susan, you know how
scared.
she is.
I haven't watched.
Julie's African American birthday bash. And here, no, because
there has to be another theme that they were going for, and then it just turned into that. Because I can't imagine that being greenlit. There's no way. Something went wrong and it got lost in translation, and they just made it messy. I hope so. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I just can't imagine. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's just so nutty that you think an apology, because it's like, this is like straight weirdo stuff. Like,
yeah,
this is I would call somebody weird for that.
No, okay, wait, no. I think it was a hip hop themed or old school hip hop party. Okay.
Was it that?
I can see the slippery slope.
The slippery slope, because when you start, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Someone should have been like, no. As soon as they started doing something like dressing like,
yeah,
I would have been like, turn around, go home. We're doing this another day.
Let's clock out.
We're not doing this any day.
Okay, y'all. Susan
is a two for me.
I said, uh-oh. Can y'all hear this?
Today. It's my birthday. It's my bestest, bro. Kiss of Life recently held a live broadcast to celebrate Julie's birthday, but it has since sparked backlash due to their outfits, hairstyles, and actions. The dress code was reportedly old school hip hop vibes,
Okay.
but the members drew criticism for depicting racial stereotypes. They wore oversized gold chains, hats, and hairstyles such as cornrows and bantu knots. Additionally, they danced to rap and hip hop music while using mannerisms that many found stereotypical. Many found this to be disrespectful, feeling that it mocked Black culture. Fans and netizens have voiced their disapproval, with some temporarily closing their accounts in protest until Kiss of Life issues an
Dang.
apology. Others also pointed out the poor timing of the incident, given the recent controversy surrounding the leaked videos of Blackpink members rapping the N-word. I genuinely cannot fathom how two born and raised fluent English-speaking Americans, one of whom has already apologized for slur usage and said the company will be more culturally sensitive, expected this to generate no backlash or negative feedback.
It's me. Like hip hop.
I
Girl.
feel like if they just stopped with the outfits, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah,
They're doing,
just
like,
with the
enactments.
outfits. Yeah, I think when you start doing like actions, it becomes a slippery slope. But it's too much of a slippery slope. I just wanted to be like, yikes. Do we think they're gonna come back from this?
Honestly,
I mean, hey, Mamamoo did blackface.
I was gonna be like, that was exactly what I was gonna say.
Bad word.
Mamamoo was out here doing, I forgot, being Bruno Mars. Is that what they were trying to be? I forgot what they were trying to be.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, I think it was Uptown Funk they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're like, let's tan ourselves, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah, it's.
I see.
I do like though that like because I think often when this stuff kind of happens, there's this weird thing where like people will be like, I don't know. I used to see it back in the day. If you like a Black K-pop fan or just somebody who would be like offended, like if it offended a different culture, people would be like, well, if you don't like it, shut the hell up and get out of K-pop. And a lot of times, because at the time it was like, well, the Korean fans have like the final say, you know, because it was like before international fans really had like influence on anything. So it was just like, I guess you would have to deal with it or whatever. So I do think it's kind of nice that people were able to be like, hey, we do not feel comfortable with this group being here because of these. And then that actually led to some action, you know, if we're assuming that that's why they dropped them, which we are. So, but like, it's nice to see that like voices can actually be heard in this case. And it's not just like, shut your ass up. Like that. If you don't like it, get out of here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say, I'm sorry, y'all, but like, I would say if they straight up get canceled, it's more because they were a smaller group to begin with, like they were from a smaller company, then I think people are like heeding it. Like, I feel like, yes, I think this is a step in a good direction, like being able to use your dollar and use your voice to like, you know, have a group really reflect on like why stuff is culturally insensitive. But I feel like if they, because we've seen people come back from worse, you know?
Yeah.
So it really, I do think it's just, I think it would be more because they're a small group that just got out. What did somebody say? Just got out of Nugudo? So Nugu is such a funny word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me a while to know what Nugu even was.
Oh, wait, did you hear it in the contents of people being like, oh my God, that Nugu or
Yeah.
Nugudo? That's so funny.
And then I was like, and then I think I started to understand Korean a little more, and I was like, oh, I get it. That's clever. That's, I mean, is it clever? I don't really. They're just using the word.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So shout outs to their cultural insensitivity trainer.
If they have one. Because they definitely weren't on set then. We're like, I'm in traffic. Don't start without me. And they're like, oh, we said 9 p.m. So,
imagine. No. Can you imagine?
What are they wearing? What are they saying?
Natty showed me the 2 hats on FaceTime, and I said, no, girl.
I said not to put those 2 hats. I said one. One. And put it on the freaking table. Don't wear it.
Oh God. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Oh, speaking of festivals, Jasmine's fave JYP was invited to the Water Bomb Festival.
That's yours. I sent that to
And-
you in a heartbeat. I was like, oh,
Wait,
she'll
let me
love
read
this.
text. Let me read this message that she sent me. Hey, did you see
Your fave is coming.
No,
I'm just
she said,
reading how I wrote it.
hey, Jay, did you see that my baby's daddy is coming to Water Bomb this year? They finally got somebody that actually looked good. Hopefully his fine self rolls through in a Speedo. Cause I'm trying to see all of that. No plastic
Raggedy
pants.
bones. He's gonna walk up like
How dare you?
see, you're the one getting offended. I mean there was a test. You failed.
But yeah.
JYP going to Water Bomb. Who asked?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't do your baby's father like that because guess what?
Asked him. I'm so excited though. Like I'm like every time he comes on my For You page on TikTok, I'm like, this is entertainment. Like when he's out here giving these sermons, he's like, God loves idols. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, when did you get to church and start giving sermons? I thought you were in charge of a company.
I don't understand how we just let him do this, y'all. Like, what is going on?
Give somebody side quests. I love it.
I'm scared. I'm scared for us all.
Him telling that one girl she couldn't sing. I was like, oh, the balls.
That was kind of funny. Oh, wait, there's an Isuman documentary. Also, have a nice night, Camille. I'd watch that. I think that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Doesn't he have wasn't he making a Chinese group like last year? Like I heard something about
Is he
him.
still part of SM or no?
No. Remember he got kicked out. It was a whole thing.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
why, I feel like so many people lost respect.
For SM?
Yeah. Like the company.
The company,
Ooh,
yeah.
That is bright.
Not him
Michael
doing-
Jackson.
Everyone's doing side quests now for some reason. Michael Jackson?
Sorry, I just saw I went on his page
Michael Jackson?
on Wikipedia. No,
Oh.
Isuman. And it said something about Michael Jackson, and I was like, who? How? But it was just he just saw him. I was like, okay. Thank you for putting that on his page.
That's funny. When he saw Michael Jackson on the TV screen, like the rest of us, his life was changed forever.
It's the fact that they highlighted Michael Jackson's name, like I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah. So
Me when I want
they're gonna
attention.
say it.
I met Michael Jackson in a magazine when I read his.
He's gonna have his own section
story.
under Michael Jackson's life story. When he met Isuman, his life changed. That's when he made Thriller. Without Isuman, Thriller would not exist. Think about it.
That's Barb behavior. That's something a Barb would do. I haven't watched the Isuman documentary because I heard they used some video of Jong-un's funeral, or at least mention it, which is gross. Yeah, that would be very weird. Like I don't know what context it would be.
Yeah, I was gonna
in.
say, how did they say it? That's kind of random.
I
What does
don't
that have to
know
do
if
with him?
Yeah,
that's
I can't
weird.
really. And I guess I'll check it out, but I can't really see how that could be done tastefully. But I don't know. What concerts are we going to this summer, y'all? I'm trying to.
Beyonce. No, not. But
Beyonce.
It's at MetLife.
Ooh,
Saturday.
okay. Oh, you got us tickets?
Ain't no way. I saw the price. I was like, for an album that I should have went to the last one. I was like, I actually like that album a lot. This one, I'm like, I don't hate it. I'm just like, I don't listen to that. I don't like country that much.
Me either, but I think, I think there are some good songs on that album.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's a medley of a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, I like Levi Jeans, partially because I
Mhm.
just like Post Malone. But I like Levi Jeans. I like the Wanted 2.
Mm.
There were definitely good songs, but it's just it wasn't strong enough for me to be like, I'm gonna see a concert of this all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think, okay, wait, because can we talk about who did it first? did K-pop fans invent dressing up to go to concerts, like dressing up in costume? Like, was that K-pop fans that did it first? I truly don't know. Because let's talk about the evolution of dressing up to go to a K-pop concert. Can we real quick? Because it started with you wear every single merch item you could get your hands, like back in
your little light
the
stick.
Stone Age. Yeah, your whatever light stick you had, you do a lot of fan things. And then there was a short era of like, I'm trying to get chose. Let me
Dress up to the nines.
let me try to catch Jackson's eye in row 34. You
didn't have to.
I don't
I
know.
feel like he just pulled people on the stage. Didn't he? Like, used to just like grind on people.
What?
Didn't he bring people on the stage and grind on them?
Jackson? Oh, like his solo concert?
Yeah.
Like 2016.
Not GOT7. Imagine he's just like on his own, just like, all right, guys. So I just brought this one girl. Mind if I grind
What?
while we sing Look?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he does. Like, I remember there was that one that went viral where he was like hugged up, kissed the boot up with some girl he brought on stage.
That's what I mean. I was like, when he does it
Okay.
by himself, like his own concert, he brings up people and will grind on them and do stuff.
Okay. Okay, Wattpad realness. He says, I heard the story.
That's him. Jackson.
Ooh,
Right.
I'm gonna go see Stray Kids. Should I roll up?
Ooh.
Should I roll up to a Stray Kids function?
Name a song by Stray Kids.
So that's not the point, okay? That's not the point I was trying to make. So get that energy and take it.
Name
elsewhere.
a person that's not Felix.
Bangchan.
That's not Felix or Bangchan.
So I'm sensing some hostile energy here, all right, and I'm not liking it.
I'm just
It's
saying.
like, y'all, I love them though. This, I love that. Love that. No, I'm fake. Stop. Ooh, I need a ZB1 world tour right now. Have they not toured? Have they not toured? Have they not toured in America?
Dude, those groups tour.
Yeah.
Did
I
101
think so. Why wouldn't they?
or IOI, did they tour?
Oh, well, that was like really early though.
What's the other one?
101 IOI.
iZone is one. Did they tour?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes. I don't know. That's actually a good point. Do groups that are put together by like shows? I would imagine. Was
I mean, it would be beneficial, but
Boys Planet, was that a global vote or was it only a Korean vote? Because
I definitely don't think it was Korean vote only. Wait, is that where ZB1 is from? Zero Base
Yeah.
One? I don't think so, because like some of them were Chinese and Japanese, right? Weren't they like from other countries?
I
know some of them are Chinese
do not
for a
know.
fact. I don't know if it's Japanese.
Okay, AJ, Ali, and AJ, to bring it back to Disney, are coming to my city. Benson Boone, Little Baby, NBA Youngboy, Fantasia, the Wu-Tang Clan. Dang, you are living large this summer. I wanted to see, somebody was coming. I made a list of everyone that's coming. Oh, Blackpink's coming. That was that. Don't get us dragged by Blink.
Kidding.
We cannot take the Blink smoke. I
I'm
would love
just
to
like
see
surprised. I feel like I haven't seen them together is my thing.
I think they're released because there was that whole thing where they like had to re-sign. Like, YG had to pay them, $40 million.
No, wait, I knew
to
that,
sign.
but like
Yeah.
in my head when they did that, I was like, so we'll never see them again.
That was for fun. They just wanted to, get the coin.
Especially
and
now
use
that they
it.
did like their solo things. I feel like I just never really see them unless it's like little candid things of them like
Yeah.
at like Coachella or something.
Yeah. It would be cool though if they did an album and they all perform maybe one or two of their solo songs. That'd be
Mm.
fun. I like that. Ooh, I just saw Flow and they were great. Those girls are insane. Like with live vocals, live harmony. Like, never mind, I was about to say something shady. But
Well,
not about them. Not about them. But
Oh, about
like,
the
yes, they're
music
so
industry?
good.
the
Yeah.
current state of the music industry is.
But yeah, I don't have to be
50%
mad
of people
with it.
cannot sing.
What happened to all the Eyes Ones fans? Now listen here.
What do you
We
mean?
are
They exist.
they're do you think they're all Ive stands now?
What do you mean? Oh,
Like all
I've
the
seen.
Ive-
For some reason, in my in my mind, that is one.
Oh.
That's funny that I said is one, and that's I mean, that's not even. They are one. Sorry. So maybe.
Yeah. Who else? Oh my god. So
mhm.
Umbi's a solo. Yuri's also solo,
What's
I
it
believe.
called?
Yena's
Seraphim.
solo. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, La Seraphim. Yeah, I guess they could be La Seraphim. Oh, did you see IOI's having their 15,000th anniversary? It's like no, 10th anniversary, like
Oh, I thought it was
something.
older than that.
I thought it was
Sorry.
not older than that. I felt like an ancient freaking
It feels so
artifact.
long ago.
It does technically. It makes me realize how young Somi was because she's still early 20s at this point. Well, mid 20s, I guess. But it's like, damn, she lived a life. Same thing with Wan Young.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'd be
crazy.
done. 28. I'm done.
If I
Packing
was
it up.
Wan Young, stack your bag,
Which
hide
is
your
he's doing.
pockets, get out of there at 22. I'm so serious.
She's like, I feel like every 2 seconds I see like a post that's like, Wan Young is the
She-
face of this, and I'm like,
Well,
wasn't she the face of this? How can you be the face of everything? At some point,
that's true. At some point,
You're
isn't it
just a
gonna like
face.
lose the exclusivity? But yeah, she
Yeah.
literally gets a new C after. Can't wait, guys. We have exclusive tea. So as you guys know, we traveled to South Korea last year. Who did we see them? Who would you say top
wonder
3
if I
you
saw
saw the
the
most in the
picture.
ads? We're gonna finally put the lies to rest of who's the most popular idol with the most ads. Who do you think you saw top 3?
Me?
Yeah, in like advertisements and their face plastered.
Definitely Wan Young.
Mhm.
I don't know anybody else.
I think there's a lot of Wan Young and there was a lot of New Jeans. Actually,
Oh.
when I went to Japan, there was a lot of New Jeans, which I thought
I was gonna
was
say, I don't
interesting.
think did I see New Jeans?
I feel like there was a decent amount of New Jeans. Maybe
Probably.
Karina. I think I saw Karina a couple times.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I saw Karina, but I also don't know if I did. I think I saw Espa on the hair dyes,
Oh yeah,
but that's it.
yeah. This is crazy because I literally went into Olive Young every 2 nanoseconds. So I feel like I
I
should
mean, you couldn't not. They were just there.
tell me why Olive Young is every 2 seconds as if it's like a 7-Eleven in Korea.
I
or
mean,
at least in
and then the
Hongdae.
7-Eleven's also every 2 seconds.
true.
With the other one that's not 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, GS Market, or whatever that thing's
Yeah.
called. Olive Young, Paris Baguette, and Mega Coffee.
Just oh my gosh, the mega coffee, and yet we still didn't get that. I was each time I would go up, I'd be like, maybe I want it. I don't know.
That's because my stomach was doing backflips and
Yeah.
turns, and I knew if I had that Mega Coffee, I'd be glued to the toilet for the rest of the trip. So
I mean, it might have fixed everything, to be honest.
that's true.
You
There
got
was
the
one
regulation.
coffee that I drank that people were like, "Oh, it gives you a lot of energy, but you will be glued to the toilet." And I drank it, and it was pretty fine.
So maybe you could have had the mega coffee.
That's true. Dang it, I missed out. I missed out on a experience. Can we tell them about going to the club?
The club? Oh, I forgot about the club. The club.
Maybe for another day when I'm less
By the time that
traumatized.
They told me I was too old to go in the club
They're
just
like,
for a bathroom.
"Granny."
I was like, I'm gonna pee on the floor, and they're like, "How old
Nurse.
are you?" Old? Oh, ugh. Get out of my face. I was like,
They
"Just for the
really said
bathroom?"
nurse.
I was like, please, sir. I was like, get out of here, peasant. Oh, old woman, old hat.
I keep getting car ads with EXO CBX when I was there. Okay,
I
but
wish.
stacking the coin.
Ugh.
I was gonna
Ew.
say I don't think we saw any unless we were like in a K-pop place, like with CDs. I don't think I saw any type of EXO advertisements. I don't think I saw BTS either, which I don't know if they're
Yeah.
known for having a lot of CFs, so maybe that makes sense. It was mostly women, I feel like, that I saw being the advertised models. Paris Baguette, I lived off their cream bread. I don't think I've ever tried their cream bread. But the thing is, there's a couple Paris Baguettes like around where I live in America, so I wasn't that gagged. It was actually really similar, which I think was the most gaggy part, that I was like, oh, they're really like just the same store. There's also a Torge de Lorge. Yeah. A Torge de Lorge George.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I've only seen that here, but I didn't see that. Was that in Korea?
There was one pretty close to our Airbnb, like a little farther down. But that Paris Baguette was like 2 nanoseconds away. So
across the street.
Yeah. That was crazy. Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Sooyoung did an Uber CF with Mr. Taxi. Interesting. An Uber CF for Korea. That was another thing. Taxis and Uber were like the same thing, which I thought was interesting.
Oh yeah, that was
taxi. What a good song. All right, y'all. You actually don't have to go home. Like, you do not have to go, but you got to get the heck out of here. Thank you so much for joining us in this little surprise guerrilla, street performance. I don't know what I'm saying. Jazz, is there anything you want to tell the people before we close up shop for the night?
I don't know.
Any upcoming streams?
What?
Streaming.
I'm very excited because Streamin' has a show where I guess he cooks or something. I didn't really watch the whole episode, his first episode, but he did it with Leo from VIX. But he's supposed to have two people. Is it two? Yeah, I think 2 people from ATEEZ. And one of them is Seonghwa, which is my favorite. So I'm like 2 of my favorite people meeting together. It's mind-blowing for me. It's mind-blowing. But like,
think about it.
Yeah. I used to want like Xiumin and Wendy to meet. They probably have, but like they never would like be in a picture together. They dressed as minions one year to get like
together,
the same
but not
year,
together.
No, not together. Like there were like 3 people that dressed as minions at the SM Halloween party, and they didn't take pictures. And I was like, how dare you? So this is the next best thing is that Seonghwa is gonna meet Xiumin, and I'm like, 2 generations coming together.
Grandpa and child. That was the one thing, the one key. It's good because you're putting Xiumin aside for a younger, sprier man.
I just
some
watched
people
his like performances today. I was like,
she's lying to you, Xiumin. Xiumin, she's lying. Don't believe her lies.
He's the only one working. What's he doing?
Everyone. Oh wait, any social medias you want to drop of yourself, not Xiumin's?
I was trying to scan my brain. I was like, do I? Not at this moment.
Okay,
one day.
Pending though, guys. If we pressure her enough, peer pressure works. Bullying works. Just kidding. Don't bully.
You might watch me. I might play Marvel Rivals. I would never. Not in front of people. I already know they'd be like, where's your crosshair? And I'd be like,
literally are not like you literally when you were gonna play, you made it seem like you would like literally like not even know how to use the controller. You did like fine. Like what the heck?
I'll be like here, and I'm like thinking I'm aiming here. Like it's like, hold on, let me here. I'm aiming here. So it's like what's happening? I'm not looking at where I'm aiming. So sometimes
you're like, who am I actually?
It's so hard with my thumbs on the computer.
Just get on PC. Yeah, I was gonna say, just don't play on the
PC. But everyone else that I play with plays it on console, and so it's like if I play on PC with them, then they have to open it up to other people who play on PC, and I feel like that's not fair to them because it's easier to aim. It really is on the PC.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah,
you should join
stuff to do what?
To stream. If you stream that, I'll stream.
Guys, ultimatum. Okay,
maybe.
Okay. I hate you. You didn't even play Backrooms with me, so you know what?
I never say yes, and I will always say no. You will never see me play a
Fake.
horror game.
Fake. Um, but yes. So as for me, guys, I actually have a couple fun announcements. Or wait, first I wanted to say that is so interesting. Calling pseudo disbanding when members leave the company but not the group.
Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy and Yerim, young Yerim. They
Mm.
ruined Red Velvet. Why
I said
though? Were they not performing? Because I saw something when Irene, Joy, and Silgi were performing, but Yeri and Wendy weren't. What was that?
What do you mean?
There was like some SM Town related.
Oh yeah, the SM Town. I guess because they're no longer SM Town.
Oh my
stuff.
god, that's weird.
Yeah, it was very weird because they would have Wendy and Yeri's like parts in the background and would be like, okay. And the dancing was like very empty, and I think it's because they didn't have enough time to like
That
practice.
is such a weirdly odd. Yeah, that seems like that's not gonna work. Ugh.
Yeah.
But if it was
They
just like a Red Velvet concert, they would go.
Maybe, probably. I would hope so. If they say no, I'd be like, cancel it.
Group. Yeah,
Like I came here.
that's
for
weird.
all the
That's
locals.
trickery and theftery. Just disband. No, just kidding.
You know, SM
Just
would never.
disband so twice is the last group standing. I'm just kidding.
Well, Blackpink's still there. Since you said,
Oh yeah.
see, even you are kick them out.
Well, no, because they are individuals to me right now.
They're different people.
But yeah. Okay, guys. So fun announcements. So I will be streaming again on Sunday because I'm going to DreamCon this year, which is a convention that takes place in Houston. And I'm actually doing 2 panels. So one, I'm talking about traveling in Japan and how to do it on a budget. But the other one, I'm actually reaching in the past and I'm going to do who wants to be a K-pop millionaire. I'm going to do that thing we did a really long time ago in like 2022 as a stream. I'm going to do it live as a panel. So I didn't even finish that shit yet. So I'm going to stream on Sunday, and the stream is just going to be me getting everything together for that particular panel, the K-pop one. So I'm going to need help to make good questions, because if you guys don't know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's a one-on-one question or game show where there's a host and they ask the contestant questions, but the questions get increasingly hard every single time. So, you know, the first one might be like, you know, what is Jungkook's first name in BTS? Like, you know, and then like the 8th question be like, when did Wonyoung get her wisdom teeth removed? No, just kidding. But like it would just be something really difficult. So I want to make sure, my thing is, I know that I'm going to err heavy on the side of 2nd gen, 3rd gen, maybe 4th gen questions. So I'm going to need a lot of help with the 5th gen and that kind of thing. And then also just good questions that you think can stump these people at DreamCon, because I don't want to give anyone $1 million. I don't even have I'll be honest, I don't have $1 million to give. I'm scaring these people. Okay. I'll be straightforward. So yeah, that'd be really, really fun. So follow me on Twitter. Because I believe I'm gonna start the stream sometime in the afternoon. It should be 3 EST. But it might be a little bit later, depending. But yeah, it will be sometime in the afternoon, and it will be a very chill stream, by the way. So like, don't feel like you have to get there right when it starts, because, you know, I'm gonna be going through the whole gambit of like making visuals and things like that, and then coming with the questions. So it'll be pretty chill. I'm gonna both stream here and on Twitch, which means I won't be able to play music. At least I won't be able to play music on here. But yeah, it'll just be like a fun, chill stream. We'll chat, you know. And then, yeah, so look out for that. I think that's all I had. All right, y'all.
DreamCon, I heard recently, is this the one that Megan Thee Stallion was apparently supposed to go and then she canceled?
Those dusty flops ruined my chance to connect with my girl, Meg Thee Stallion, because they were being musty in the announcement video. And if I see any of y'all who are saying free Tory Lanez, who you didn't even know prior to this dang trial, it's on site. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming to our stream. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. We had to dust off our mics for this one. So that's it. And we'll see you next time on The Sleepy. Idol. Dream of me.
Don't dream of me.
Wait, you have to do egg yo.
What is it?
We got her. We got her.
Just like TT.
Ooh, period. Twice. Yeah. Oh, Twice is also coming back, and they're wearing.
Oh yeah, they look good.
gowns. Yeah. Oh my god. I was like, JYP, don't mess this up. Okay. We like what we see. We like what we hear. Don't change it. Don't suddenly make it something else.
Completely
Okay.
opposite. He's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do
what I'm
what he-
afraid of. If bust downs don't make it into the final video, what was that for? What
He's
was
like,
that
this
for?
is actually my comeback for my water.
Imagine. He turns around, he has the bust down. in the plastic can. He has a plastic bust down. Imagine. How does that even work? Anyway,
Like,
see
get
you
ready for
guys.
water.
bye guys. Thank you.